Be like, yeah.
Yeah, but then you'd be like, then Gaijin would be a smartass and be like, but Bosco, tell us something cool you did.
I mean, damn, I'm interested in my friends' interests
up,
and
Gaijin.
jobs.
Jokes on Gaijin. Bosco is not cool.
Is that the new bumper sticker?
That's
Verbatim.
That like the most specific bumper sticker.
Jokes on Gaijin. Bosco's not cool. Put it on the back of your Civic.
The college mobile.
Hey everyone, welcome back to The Unexpectables. It's already been a night.
We're here. We're ready to play some Gungan and Gregan.
Gaijin Goomba, more like Carrot Boy.
Hey, I had an upset tummy. Carrots help the tum-tum. Also, I'm Bit Boss. Apparently, someone kill me, please.
Whoa, okay.
Be your own good Gaijin Goomba.
We have fun here.
We do. We have a lot of fun.
And Connor's about to have more fun. He just cocks the gun.
I have a lot of fun here.
This is fun.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Unexpectables. We play games, but mostly we're a Brave Little Toaster podcast, amongst other things.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
What? Way back in the day when we discussed the lore of the Brave Little Toaster.
Also,
how everyone stuck in the mud should have died except for the radio, because all that mud got seeped into every fucking orifice on all of those appliances.
Before we jump into that whole of conversation that will take us and make us start late, let's do some introductions. Connor, please take over and help.
All right. We'll do it reverse order today. Zito, where can they find you?
You can find me over at twitch.tv/Zito, CZ on Twitter, and the Everangit Almanac on Patreon. And if you still don't know where I am, it probably shows that you don't pay attention to the start, middle, and or end of this stream. I'm playing a bunch of indie games just came out. Cards is back up and running, so it's been fun to actually get back to that on a computer that's not a fucking brick potato. But now I have choice paralysis because Jub is now powerful and fucking runs on a 3080, and I don't have any games that run spec on 3080. So now I have to spend
more money.
Time to get into VR, Zito.
Oh, I mean, I have to set that up. We actually do have a VR set.
Your VR experience with that graphics card is gonna be very nice.
I'm very hesitant of the future, but in any case, I'm scared of the future. But you can also find my DM's Guild stuff. Aloysius Guide to Social Acceptance is still first page for some fucking odd reason.
Damn, man.
It's
That's
still
good.
up there. Still third for some godforsaken reason. But hey, you get to play up to 28 new races that are all from D&D. And volume 2 is going to be coming out. It's going to add another 40.
That's a lot of options.
Yeah, I know, and then because of everyone buying the second volume, volume 3 happens.
All at your fingertips.
100 races coming soon. Please buy it. It actually gets people to notice me on that fucking website.
And leave reviews. Leave reviews too. That really helps.
Unlike literally every other website, those help us a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you guys are buying content, even just in general, if you're buying content off of DM's Guild, you like it, please leave reviews. It's very, very, very important. All right. Just keep going. Sorry.
Oh, Monty, where can they find you?
Oh shit. Never mind. Hi. I got gooped this past week. I got my COVID shot. You can find me at MontyGlue on Twitter. You can find me at twitch.tv/MontyGlue. This week, tomorrow, I don't know what I'm doing, and I just mean that in general. I might do something. I'm not sure. I'll keep you guys posted. I might have to take the day off. I really, really, really need a haircut. But Friday this coming week, I'm actually going to be going to a Final Fantasy 14 event. I'm going to be doing a I think I'm allowed to say this. I hope not. If not, Bracky's gonna get pissed. I'm gonna be judging a glamour competition in Final Fantasy XIV for the 1 year
Oh.
anniversary for Brachyzoid. So if you want me to judge your fashion sense, check out Brachyzoid stream at Brachyzoid. We'll be there doing an event. It's like a 24-hour event. So yeah, that'll be really fun. And then Sunday, back to Metopia. I really want to play more of that game. It's so much fun and I love it so much. So
Steiner,
yes.
you'll win.
Also, I promise, and I swear to you, I will set aside my Rugadin bias, all right? It's going in the drawer, and I'm gonna lock it away.
So Rogan and Steiner. There you go. You win. There you go.
Shut up.
That's why I don't go to a lot of fashion contests. It's all very biased.
It's all biased.
Hottest of dams. All right. Well, Gaijin Goomba, where can they find you? What are you
Oh,
up to?
Oh boy, I'm too much. Twitch.tv/GaijinGoomba no H because someone stole it. The one big thing that I want to announce this weekend, this Saturday, the 14th, 7 p.m. US Central Time, I am doing my channel's very, very first Otaku Obon. So I will keep it brief. We are taking Obon-style songs that are from countless anime and games. Which is that big sort of circle sort of dance that they do in the Japan. I've got my electric taiko finally working. I've got sound balancing issues taken care of. So I just figured I'd play to that and we just nerd around with this very traditional concept because I can't get back over there and I hate the fact that I have to miss this holiday again because I love Obon. Other than that, got a Witch Ninja for Snake Eyes coming out either Saturday or Sunday. Hopefully going to be a two-parter. It's going to depend on what my patrons vote on. We may just move on to something else. Those are the two big things I got right now. Otherwise, hopefully sometime in September, I will finally get the Oni race done. I've got a lot of ideas for that. I just haven't had the time to put it all together. So should be a ton of fun either way.
Alrighty. Edward Bosco, where can they find you?
Here.
Wow, he actually could make it faster. That's incredible.
Excellent. Speedrun.
I appreciate you, Bosco.
By the way, Monty, look at the chat.
What? What happened? What's wrong?
Look at the chat. Just look at the
Oh,
chat.
the chat? Okay, I'm looking at the chat. Oh, no.
And they can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/DistortionDevil, where I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Playing some tabletop games on Tuesday via Tabletop Simulator. That's been a lot of fun. We played the Digimon trading card game. We played some Munchkin, and no one got their feelings hurt. And definitely. Oh, if you have tech issues, everybody, give me a second.
It happens.
So you go into your Streamlabs dashboard and you type in shared access.
Okay, that's right. I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
I'll deal with that. Sorry.
Yeah, and then create invitation. Yeah. Playing tabletop games on Tuesdays, playing Guilty Gear, Strive, and Among Us on Fridays. Saturdays I'm playing Yakuza 4 Remastered before either Gateway or Prince Division, but it should be Prince Division this week. And Sunday, I played the Back 4 Blood beta. That is really good. I like it a lot.
I got that because of you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, great, excellent. It's fantastic. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I can't wait for more content to roll out when it finally releases for actually. Yeah. Be sure to check out Dead House Sonata as well. They just released some. I keep on saying that it's the action RPG where you play as the dead to fight the living, but what does that actually mean? Well, if you go into their Twitch archives and their YouTube, you can find out precisely a lot of the meaning behind a lot of the promises that they've made over the course of their development process, including the one and only Dennis Dyack, the man behind the Legacy of Kain series, and Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem. And also check out my DM's Guild, where I'm probably going to roll out some more subclasses here soon-ish. But yeah, that's it for me. I'd like to thank our wonderful sponsor for this episode as well, Die Hard Dice.
I'm not rattling
since-
it. You want to know why? Listen up, everybody. Recently, I had to go on a trip, and I had to take my D&D stuff with me on that trip. But you know what? It was so easy. You want to know why? Because I have Die Hard Dice. And then they're nice, sleek, easy carry cases that come with them, which do not make your dice rattle around. You hear this? Not a sound. You can
I
travel
hear a
with your
slight
dice and come. Shut up, Gaijin. You can travel around with your most beautiful, decadent, wonderful dice, even when you're in the middle of the woods fighting bears. Also,
we weren't supposed to eat him.
Shh. Don't worry, Monty. I got you.
Just wiping plastic crumbs away from her mouth.
also, I'm trying to fix the problem, and it needs my phone, and my phone's dead. So
I got it. It's fine. I got it.
you got it.
Great.
I got it.
You got it.
He got it.
Who's on first?
Yeah.
What's on
all
second?
right. With that out of the way, I guess it's time for bits and subs.
Nice. Junguba, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Probe, thank you for the tier 3 sub. Link, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Miss Tweetums, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Blue Kaios, thank you for the tier 1 sub. The Goblin Review, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Light Shadow Reaper, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Twisty the Kitty, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Tuber, thank you for the tier 1 sub. We got Noxious with the tier 1 sub. We got Crow. We've got Constable Mutton. We've got Alexander the Great with tier 1 subs. Protoss, Shiny Lamp, Blackfoot Ferret with a tier 3. We've got the Hand in the Iron Fist with a tier 1 sub. Oz, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Random, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Viridium Winter, thank you for the tier 1 sub. We've got Quasmojo with 500 bits. Thank you so much. The Ink Den with 500 bits. Wish you guys luck. Joke, black card. What halted the session? White card. Aloysius's physical emotes. Rabbit and a Cobalt 2, they give it the tier 1 sub. We got Drinker Roy with a tier 1 sub. We've got Draco with a tier 1 sub. Flustered Bum with a tier 1 sub. Burnout Vaughn with a tier 1 sub. Gavin's Prophet with a tier 1 sub. We've got Pseudonym with 100 bits saying, we live in a world where Knuckles has been voiced by both Bosco and Idris Elba. Shut Up, I'm Evil with a Twitch Prime sub. Harmless NPC with a tier 1 sub. Blackfoot Fair with the Elite Bits. Fingertips, I walk along darkened corridors. Extra Val, they give it 100 bits. Foxy Foe, they give it 100 bits. Zito, be like, notice me senpai. Nom Nom Goblin, they give you the tier 2 sub. Sergeant Tucker, they give you the 100 bits. A glam contest, sounds fun. One of my FC members glammed their outfit to look like a red mage, but they play tank.
That's cool.
Callum, they give it 100 bits. Time for some great puns. If Digsby got turned into an UG, would he be Digsby? If OB was a bug, would they be OB? All my puns are B puns, by the way. Zenlita with 100 bits. Congrats on becoming a Wi-Fi hotspot, Monty. Also, team... What? Congrats on being a Wi-Fi hotspot.
Oh, right, because I got that. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Thank you. Yeah, all right.
Rivik, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Stretchy for the Twitch Prime sub. The Winged One, thank you for the tier 1 sub. We've got Cobalt Lucario, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Dragon Sun with 190 bits. Here's all my bits for my favorite D&D group. The Names Katana, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Brutestar, they give you the Twitch Prime sub. Foxley Focus, they get tier 1 sub to Captain Actually. Pegleg Bob, they give the tier 1 sub. The Bagel 07 with the tier 1 sub. Sloth with the tier 1 sub. We got Berg Flax with 20 bits. Hey, Monty, had the blast kicking your butt in Mario Kart last week. All joking aside, don't forget to take the recycling out as well, Connor. Super important. Eben Sky with the tier 1 sub. We've got Chris Mick21998 with the tier 1 sub. The Emperor of Penguin Kind, thank you for the tier 1 sub. The Ink Den with 500 bits. Here's to the thinnest bit of hope that Mel will be saved and isn't evil. Bird Flax, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Siren Eyes, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Protoss 103 with 30 bits. Can't wait for the party to tell each other what they went through. Cardiz Razel, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Brian Mate, thank you for the tier 1 sub. And a Twitch Prime sub from Draconian, and that's it. Monty, take it away.
Oh God, you did that so fast. I didn't even get halfway through an introduction.
It's fine. We can kill time.
You have a minute. Kill time. I'm sorry. I was
sitting
dealing
here
with
to send
the.
this tweet out.
I was.
58,
I was dealing with the
57,
Streamlabs thing that I
56, 55, 54,
So Zito, what are you doing after the game?
52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47.
All right, enough of that. You're stressing me out.
Okay. So Connor, question:
Yeah.
when should we all get together to do in
When should we all
character?
dick?
Never.
No,
please.
I'm just, I'm good. I'm good. I had a serious question. That is for a serious
go for it.
fun
What,
time.
what are we all
Nope.
doing after the
Nope,
game,
nope,
Gaijin?
No, that wasn't even it.
You want to go to Sonic, buddy?
It won't be open.
You want to go to Sonic, buddy? And you still want to
won't be.
break in and steal the ice cream?
You want to break into
You want to commit a crime? Come
Zito
on,
and
let's
Gaijin
go commit
break
a
into
crime.
Sonic and steal the ice cream.
So here's what I'll do. I'll call out these last couple of donations that we just got. Lich
Yeah,
Wannabe with
absolutely.
1,000 bits. Did my bits get called out? If they didn't, then they're not in here, which is weird, but they're not. Let's see. We've got Nom Nom Goblin with 100 bits, throws more bits, so Bosco and Connor have help vamping. Agent Lyell, thank you for the 17 months at tier 1. Callum, thank you for the 50 bits. Here's some bits, stall for time. Link with 500 bits. Did you miss my 5,000 bits? Yes, Streamlabs likes to do this. Zocko with the tier 1 sub.
Shout out to my feed actually having Burnout Vaughn subscribe like 50 times when I scrolled up in the feed, like just on Twitch. It's just Burnout Vaughn for the entire thing. And I was like, wow, Burnout Vaughn really likes Unexpectables, I guess.
Ink Riminator, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Probate, thank you for the 10,000 bits. Flag on the play. My first 10K drop got skipped either by Streamlabs being mean or Bosco disrespecting me as usual. And the world will never know, just like how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop. Darkstar, thank you for the tier 1 sub, and thank you for the 10 subs from Helix.
I wanna say, Probate, no, you can't take me out to the shed and shoot me in the face because I'm not your dog.
Damn. Lich Wannabe, thank you for the 700 bits. Anyway, grats on Mel to getting lynchdom before I could.
Remember, lichdum's a choice. It's not who you are. It's a lifestyle choice.
You can't fall into being a lich.
Listen, some people are just, some people just choose to be goth, and that's, it's totally fine.
Yeah, but what happens when you're like old and bony goth?
Then you're really cool.
But then you're senile.
You've hit it though. That's
pretty peak.
Hey, Monty, how's that intro?
Pretty good. I think I can improvise the rest of this.
Okay,
So.
Sergeant Sugar, thank you for the 5 bits. Have some belated birthday bits from me, as that was Sunday when I turned 28. Also, going to MegaCon in Orlando this weekend. And
Safe,
American
man.
Role Player, thank you for the 500 bits. Can't wait for Task to tell Winter about his murderous ex. And Oathbreaker John with 100 bits loads up a gun. I shot Zoran the bear before. Huh.
I sneezed.
Link, thank you for the 100 bits. Have a good game, guys. My daughter turns 1 in 3 days.
Oh,
Ayla gets
man.
stronger,
Congrats.
Monty.
Nice.
Probably more powerful.
I age in less than a month, and I'm
Raleigh
scared.
Bob, thank you for the tier 1 sub.
All right.
I forgot yesterday was Tuesday. I thought it was Monday. Time has no meaning.
Cena, what's wrong with you?
I'm fucking working. A workaholic.
Yeah, get in line.
Imagine. My thought just stopped there. I'm sorry. Apparently I couldn't imagine. Alrighty. You guys ready to start?
Oh, I guess.
I don't know. I guess so.
Connor, I'm gonna give you disadvantage for the rest of the night because that boy.
That was that sassy teen girl squad.
You don't
shit
like
you just
Dr.
pulled.
Roxo, the rock and
I
roll
don't-
clown who does
I don't
cocaine?
know. I don't like that. No.
The hell are you all going on about?
I want to start playing D&D to get away.
Can we
from
please
this
play
shit.
the
The amount of
game?
people who haven't watched Metalocalypse really disappoints me here. Let's
No,
play
it disappoints
D&D.
me as well.
Welcome to life. Let's go.
Listen, I don't watch movies. I'm a loser. Anyway, let's go.
What the fuck?
It's a fucking TV show.
Oh no. It's even worse. I'm sorry. All right. When last we left our heroes, Task, the Kobold Ranger, Panic, the Tiefling Bard, Remy, the Kenku Fighter, and Greckles, the Kenku Rogue, the party has returned from their various ventures. Greckles and Task have returned with the husk of Mike Crank, while Panic and Remy discovered not only the final remnants of Mel's presence, but experienced a rare glimpse of Isla's cracking under some sort of pressure. Now, as the party meets together midday in the Sweet Dragon, they go over their plans to traverse back to Fleur de Mort and to the great unknown that lies within him. So, as we return to the Sweet Dragon, midday, you all sit down at the table, each of you provided with a very nice pasta bake. There's like a very, very nice sort of mini circular kind of lasagna pasta in the middle. Greckles, you get something different, obviously. No cheese in yours, but it's like a very nice sort of kind of tomato, sort of not too sour, but sort of this nice basil-y tomato sauce version. Yeah, you guys enjoy some food all together. Maps currently laid out over the table, various different notes to compare. And as you guys have met together, you may discuss the nature of your travels, the nature of what you've managed to achieve. At this point, probably about, say about 2 weeks maybe has passed, a week and a half since your ventures. So,
Damn.
something you want to share with the class, Connor?
Sorry.
All right, so let's go over this again. We've got the silver kobolds that are working on Mike Crank. We're hopefully going to build some kind of force that can, at least distract Fleur de Mort enough so that we can find the Faygate?
Sounds about right. And now you're telling me, I look over at, and now you're telling me we have a lich with a bone to pick with us running around.
I'm
With us, I'm not sure.
Do you think Mel's just not going to come back?
I think at this point we're pretty low on the totem pole when it comes to what Mel is dealing with at the moment. Although, maybe interfering with her plans here might have bumped us up a bit. I'm just saying that it's unlikely, but it's still something that we should think about.
Well, if anyone does find her, hopefully our name's not dropped, because anyone could have destroyed John in the dungeon.
I mean, Panic, you said that there was some kind of essence of Mel that left John when you killed him?
It was... I don't know quite what to describe it as. Lady Isla didn't really elaborate on what that might have been. It was some sort of red spirit that had a bit of a malevolence to it.
Something tells me that Mel's already well aware of what's going on. I don't know. That's just my gut's telling me.
Task, roll an Arcana check with advantage. The succeeding on this would be very difficult, but I'm going to give it to you just because of your sister.
Okay.
Arcana, here I go.
Oh!
Natural 20.
Nario speaks to me. No, you're supposed to be dead! I told him I took a whole arc for this shit!
Nariel just apparates.
She rises out of the pasta bake.
Oh, god damn it.
All right. I have to grab a book. 1 second. You've heard of something like this task before. You haven't seen one, but your sister did mention it. It was often a comparison point for her. An Eidolon, which is what this sounds like to you, is a spirit that essentially what it can do is it can jump body to body. They're used as guardians, usually. And they tend to protect locations. So what you've heard of is stories that your sister has told you about statues of dragons that come to life. and will attack people who dare encroach on their territory, who are not worthy to step upon those grounds. And if they are slain, the spirit within them actually travels to another body that suits them, something that's preemptively made. Hearing this, the way you conclude it is that John's body is probably one of many. And when John was killed, quote unquote, the spirit actually managed to escape and is probably either on its way or is currently occupying a new body, wherever or whatever that might be.
Well, Panic, from the way you described it, we don't have to worry about John, but that spirit, the Eidolon, that just moved on to something else. It could be bigger, it could be smaller. It just depends on where the spirit ends up next.
Right. She did say something about that.
So what you're saying is every man may still be having problems in the underbelly, give it enough time.
Well,
In the underbelly, I don't think so, but a report to Lady Isla, it sounds like there's probably going to be a follow-up, at least in that temple they've got down there. I think they're going to thoroughly cleanse that place of undeath.
Well,
Or
at least
something.
they're now aware that an Eidolon is the problem here, and not so much just one central creature.
Hey!
Hmm.
Hey!
Where's that
over,
coming
over
from?
You look over, you see currently Hasrat eating soup. It's like, hey, he's wearing nice clothing, actually. He's got like a really nice sort of like poofy, like V-neck linen like shirt that's really nice. It has kind of like a gold chain going across the chest. He's wearing very nice pants, with a sort of like a little pocket watch as well. Tons of jewelry. And he's got a little hat, like just a little kind of fez hat, with a golden trim on it, and like a weird kind of vague symbol of a snake on it. As you turn around, you see Hosser just eating soup, and he's kind of like he hunched over the table, like eating the soup and looking over. He goes, "Are you talking about the spooky bitch?"
Yeah, what do you know about her?
You watch as his mouth just opens up, and he just pours the soup in. He just turns and goes, "So," and he kind of saunters over. She's all up in arms
way.
about all this.
You should click on Wallfly, by the way.
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry, Wallfly. Okay, we're good. Hosra kind of goes over and puts a hand on the table and goes, Yeah. So, that's the spooky lady, right?
Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Cold dead stare, says weird things all the time, makes you uncomfortable.
Aye.
So she's been talking to me a lot, and it's been very, very annoying. Apparently, there are some in the council who see me as some sort of bridge between the council and the underbelly in ways.
How much business has that gotten you?
No business. A lot of trouble and work and paperwork. I hate it.
I mean, Hasrad, you signed up for this job.
I know, but I'm still gonna complain about it.
Mm-hmm.
Why are
Anyway.
you seen as the liaison to the Underdark? Weren't you kicked out of there?
Yeah, but I still know things. And now that I'm part of the council, if everyman, I mean, that carries a little bit more weight now. Thank you. And you watch as Hosrad kind of gives you a wink task. They call it diplomatic immunity.
Greckles Greckles furrows his feathers a little bit, knowing that Hasrad of all people has that now.
Anyway, that does come with a bit of business in the sense that now I have to wrestle with Averyman to see if we can let a bunch of probably, how many was it? 20 Hoketh clerics down into the underbelly where we do our very much legal, not questionable business.
Well,
It's fun.
Hasrad, all things considered, when we... Oh, wait, no, I wasn't... Never
No,
mind,
you
I
weren't
wasn't
there.
there
Yeah.
for that. Whoops! It's still really interesting, though.
Well, if it's to keep the sewers and the underground of the city safe, I mean, I'd feel much better if that whole temple place was cleansed. So, in the long run, I think it's best that we try to let them go on their necro hunt or whatever.
That being said, if any of the Hoketh clerics wander or perhaps have alternative motives, every man's going to want to know about it. So I have to do a very, very top-down look into each and every single cleric that's going down there to make sure they're not working for a third party that I should be concerned about, especially with, and you watch as Hostra kind of looks around the tavern, especially with rumors of Orin spies skittling about.
Yeah, speaking of Hasrad, isn't that something that you'd be kind of on the up and up about?
See, that's the thing. I'm trying to keep on the up and up, and I haven't heard anything.
Yeah. I mean, if you haven't heard anything, and Bismarcky Primtash hasn't heard anything, then one has to wonder, are these rumors of a spy even true?
Part of me wonders if they're just using that to rile people up like me and cause a bunch of, well, congestion in the proceedings. You watch as Hostra kind of leans back his neck and he goes, psychological warfare, it's so much fun. Well, when I'm doing it, it's fun.
No, it can be quite enjoyable. I guess this just... Where does this leave us, though? What more can we do? I feel like we're just sitting on our hands here. We can't... Well, can we even attempt that without Mike Crank and this potential army?
Well,
Task,
no.
how long do you think the Silver Kobolds would take to even get here and possibly...
Well, they're already
even get
here. They're actually in Iggy's workshop right now. As
Oh,
you
good.
speak.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
Never
They
mind.
asked, "Where's your workshop?" And you were like, "They're there." So
There's like 5 of them in like one sitting at every table. He's like, where are they right now?
it's
Why
like
aren't
really,
they working?
It's like a really scary professional, like high grade plumber who just shows up and goes, "Show me the leak," and you're like, "Oh, it's over here," and you just have to kind of like let them do their thing.
I am working 9 to 5. Show me the leak right now.
Yeah. Housestride leans over and takes a bite of your pasta bake Greckles, just eats it very quickly and puts the spoon back down. He goes, "All right, well, I gotta go file taxes and deal with
strain
renters
yourself.
insurance and all
Money.
that fun stuff."
Does he have pockets?
He sure does.
Boy, howdy, you know what? I think for the first time in my life, I would love to sleight of hand him on the way out just to grab something from him. I don't care what.
Okay, go ahead and roll a sleight of hand.
19?
Cock, 1 second. Oh my god. I want to point out, Hosrod has never leveled up in the entire campaign.
Good, stupid nerd.
He's not a stupid... Nice.
He just ate my food!
Didn't
All right.
he do some like weird blood magic to bring someone back from the dead?
He sure
Yeah.
did, but that didn't give him a level up proc. All right.
Crazy.
As you reach into his pocket and pull something out, you pull something out that's long and soft. And as you flip your hand around, you just see a tiny little snake. And it looks up at you and goes, "Please, I'm so small."
Greckles will just slowly put him down on the table.
As you put the snake down on the table, it like looks at you, looks around at everybody else, and just gently slithers away after Hosrod.
I'm gonna get even with him for that.
I'm sorry.
Please, I'm very small.
What does that imply?
That's not what I'm laughing at.
The soft. Are you talking? You know what? I don't even want to know, Connor.
You reach into his pocket and you pull out something long and soft.
Monty, can we give Panic disadvantage for the rest of the session?
I think Connor has disadvantage for the rest of the night.
God damn it.
I fucking needed that. I'm crying over here.
All right.
As you guys are sitting there, there's been a few mild physical developments in the actual tavern proper. His log is still in baby jail. It is just a upside down laundry basket on the counter of the bar where he just sits. Someone gave him a harmonica. He doesn't have lips though, so he just like smacks it on the ground.
It's literally just this sound effect.
Yeah.
Him banging it to his fucking mouth, pretending like he's breathing into it.
Precisely, yeah.
Is anyone gonna go let him out?
No.
I feel like I need to go talk to him. Can y'all excuse me for a moment?
You
Sure,
are more
Lord.
than welcome to. The last time I did, he tried to steal a fucking egg.
That's what Greckles would like to do whenever given the opportunity, is just chat up with Log for a hot second.
Okay, you walk over. Helga's currently serving what appears to be a group of 2 adventurers. One is an elf with sort of like a, like frayed ponytail, bow over the shoulder. The other one appears to be a human, like kind of knightly type, and they're just kind of looking over. And it kind of brings some memories back to you. These guys are clearly like new adventurers. They're like looking over. They go, okay, we could deal with the ogre, but I don't know. I feel like we could much easily deal with the dire wolves to the south. And they're just kind of talking about what job to take next as you walk up. You see Helga kind of give them both ales, and she doesn't really pay you much mind as you approach Log, who is in jail. It's worth noting there is no other like security to this jail. It is simply just an overturned laundry basket. It's not tied to anything. It's just there.
How you holding up, kid?
I'm doing time.
You sound excited about that.
Yeah, I got a lot of it.
Log, how about I put you on parole and we chat for a second?
What role do I have to play?
I smack the basket off of him.
I'm free! He stands up immediately and
I
Helga's
grab him.
all right. You pick him up. You have him under your arm.
Log, you and I need to go have a talk. I'm actually gonna go take him to the front of the chapel.
Okay, you do. You walk him out to the front of the chapel.
Mm-hmm.
Log, you like this chapel, right?
Yeah?
You like being here, right?
Yeah?
You know that there are some things coming that may try to take those away, right?
Sorry. 1 second.
No, you're fine.
I'm
Zeta,
echo-
just just heads up. You're echoing a little bit.
Ah, jeez. Fuck. Hang on. Can you just say something real quick?
Ah! All right, I think we're good.
Good.
Sorry.
It's not there anymore?
Sorry, headphone users. My bad. That was the best way to try it out. Yeah, it sounds good. It was just when I was Log, I could hear you. I saw your microphone glow up and I could hear myself. So it should be good now.
All right,
Zeta.
I just lowered the volume on my headset.
Log looks at you, Greckles. Can you repeat what you said just so we can go back on that?
You know that there are things that are coming that will want to try and take this away, right?
Oh, Greckles, you're silly.
And he kind of like reaches over, like reaches up to like
Lean down so I can ruffle your head.
Just half eyes closed, leans down and let him do it.
he like gently pats your beak and goes,
A temple isn't a building, it's the people inside of it.
That's kind of the important thing, Log. Do you remember when you saved us from that really weird alive forest?
All forests are alive.
The alive forest that tried to kill us.
Most forests try to kill things.
What forest are you been to?
Walk
A
face
lot.
first into both of those.
Do you remember when you saved us, Log?
Which time?
Boy, ain't that the question of the hour. When you summoned that celestial with the saws and things, and we ran that really long distance. You remember that, right?
Oh yeah, you picked me up and I didn't like it.
Yeah. We're gonna have to go back there, Log, and we can't do it alone. We're gonna need you. We're going to need Mike Crank. we're gonna need every child of Oriar to help us.
But they're here. They already have their lives here. They don't want to fight.
Log, to be honest, I kind of don't like fighting either. But sometimes things come and they want to hurt you and take away things that are important to you. Right now, that's something that wants to... That forest is something that wants to take everything away from us.
Why?
You know how some people think that they're more important than other people?
No.
Like Log literally like tilts their head and seems very perplexed by this proposition.
Log, there are some people and some creatures that exist that think that they're the best thing ever made. Imagine a construct that believed itself to be so well built, it believed that other constructs didn't have the right to exist.
Oh, I know them. Their name is Nine.
Oh man, that's a middle distance stare right there.
Middle
Right.
finger the size of a continent.
Right, but imagine if Nines just wanted all of the other constructs to go away because they weren't worth being, well, alive.
So, this forest doesn't want you to be alive
Right,
because it thinks it's better than you.
right.
So, your solution
Mm-hmm.
is to try and make a construct think it's better than the forest, so it's mean to it.
Almost. What I'm saying, Lug, is that when we need to enter this forest, we're gonna need your help in every construct in the city. Maybe not necessarily to fight. Maybe you could play a prank on it. But we're gonna need your help.
Crackles,
Yeah,
I don't want to.
I know, kid.
And that's not what Oriara wants. I'm sorry. I can't do that for you. I need to be here.
What will you do, though, if here doesn't exist anymore?
Then I'll go where I need to go, like I always have.
And if that's gone?
Well, then so will I.
Hmm.
But you'll remember me, right?
Oh, I don't think there's a single chance we could ever forget about you, kid.
Are you carrying him back to like the table at this point?
Oh yeah, I probably would at this point if this conversation isn't going any further.
Yeah. Hi! You watch as Log comes by being carried by Greckles.
I'm a pigskin.
Okay. Well, Log, maybe there's something else you could do for me.
Okay.
Maybe if you could ask Oriara what she thinks we should do in this situation.
You watch as Log kind of looks over.
She only really tells me what I'm supposed to do. Doesn't Task's friend, isn't he the one who talks about that sort of stuff?
Cass looks at his hand. You getting all this?
Unfortunately. Oriara always picked the real winners, didn't she?
Cass shakes his head. That's a no-go.
Oh, by the way,
Hmm?
Log looks side to side and like waits for Helga to like kind of step out and behind to the storage area.
I stole more eggs.
What kind of eggs, Log?
Tiny bird eggs, like chickens.
How many did you steal?
10.
Where are you keeping them?
But they hatched. There's babies now. I did it.
Oh, well, Log, congratulations.
Are you
Another
satisfied?
satisfied patron.
Are you satisfied with stealing eggs now?
Oh, I'm done now. I don't need to steal anything else.
Oh,
For
thank
now.
God. Just Taz like halfway. Oh, thank God. Stops. Just turns his head to him.
Also,
You know what?
is it
Oh, go.
true?
What's true?
My big brother's here?
Yeah, actually.
Hooray! The only one my father loved!
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
I think we all just do like the go
Hmm.
pale anime shivers at that.
I wonder what that feels like.
Well, I don't know if they're still working on him or if he's even operational yet, but if you want to oversee it, the kobolds are still working on him.
I'm gonna see over him!
And you watch his log just takes off running towards the workshop.
He like looks up. I can't do it. I'm too small.
So is he just like on parole now? Is that?
Yeah, no. Look, if anyone asks, just blame me.
Got it.
He really doesn't want to. None of them do.
Well,
As
if
you
that's
say
what they want
that-
to do.
As you say that, Greckles, and you think about it, you watch as the back door opens, the way to the temple, and you see walking out as a construct, very rudimentary looking. It definitely looks like some sort of weird prototype, like just general servant bot. And you watch as it walks into the room, it holds the door open, and like 10 little chicks, like little chicks, just follow after it. And you watch as it just happily kind of makes its way out the door and holds open the door, and they all follow after him.
Just like in Majora's Mask.
I mean, I get it. I mean, especially if they're just now, over the course of the last couple years, gaining sentience, they probably don't want to throw their lives away at anything, but I don't know what else we're going to do.
There's nothing we can do. We can't force it on them.
No, we can't, but we also can't just sit on our hands. We got to find something.
That's why we have Mike Crank. We're trying the best we can. We could ask of people things, but we can't expect them to do it. Not all of us are... It's a weird way to put it. Not all of us are built for this lifestyle, this go out, protect, use a weapon, drop the thing on the floor.
Yeah.
Not everyone can do that.
Yeah, but you need enough people that can.
And I'm
Otherwise-
sure the call to action will bring those kind of people out. I mean, it brings us, for God's sakes.
I guess it'll all really depend on how Mike Crank is after reconstruction. Boy, was he in a real interesting place when we found him.
Well,
As
maybe
you
Law
guys-
can help us in some way.
Yeah.
When Mike Crank is operational, apparently they have a lot to talk about.
Go ahead, Mon.
Oh, I was going to say, as you guys are having this conversation, the door does open, and you see entering inside is leaning in through the door is Doros, not wearing his armor. He's actually in his casual attire, kind of a nice sort of short jacket, kind of vest-looking attire. He definitely dresses better now that he's married. And
Cleaned up.
over. Oh yeah. Over top of that, though, is I don't know what they're called at all. They are the baby carriers, like the front-loaded baby carriers.
Oh,
where the
yeah.
babies, like have the legs out. He's got
Yeah.
one of those made out of leather, but there's just an egg sitting in the centermost point. And following up behind him is Willow, also in a casual attire, very nice sort of dress with a large hat, and she's kind of taking it off as they enter inside. And you can see that she's got like under the crook of her arm, she's got like a basket and is kind of covered. And she kind of looks around. And she goes, "Oh, there you are. Hi.
Oh, hey, Willow.
We were on an outing, and I completely forgot that I was supposed to bring you these." And she watches you places down this basket. You guys are really taking out my major stock. I don't know when I'm going to be able to open up the shop now.
Well, it's going towards a good cause.
Are we
I
putting
understand.
Are we putting you out financially?
No. It's totally fine. She looks up towards Doros, and Doros just kind of like gives a little slow sage nod. And she kind of goes over and she goes, It's just, my dream was to open a shop, and I have, but, well, I've got such good customers that they keep selling out of things.
Well,
Task is a little too preoccupied with seeing the egg on Doros' chest, and internally he's just like, I thought I fucking got all this down pat. Come on.
Well, is there anything we can do to help kick things back off?
Well, if what you're doing is as important as you're saying, I just want you guys to be safe. I hope you don't have to use any of these, okay?
All right.
Mm.
I hate to address the elephant in the room, but points to egg.
Right. We didn't want to announce it right away because, I'm sure Task, you're aware that some eggs don't quite become things sometimes. And she kind of looks side to side and she notices the overturned basket and you can see her kind of tense and she goes, also, there are some thieves around who steal eggs.
Aye.
Well, Doros and I talked. Well, mostly I talked, but Doros and I talked a lot. And, we decided for us, we would want to adopt. And when we came to adopting, we kind of molded over and we figured, why not someone from Doros's extended heritage?
Well, it's very open-minded of you.
I understand that.
Also, she kind of looks to the side. I meant what I said about me and my history. It ends with me, so... She kind of nods.
I mean, that makes sense.
But things are going great. The egg is doing good, and hopefully it'll hatch soon. We just got to keep it nice and warm. Doros just kind of nods.
I've been reading about things. I'm not sure if I'm getting the naming convention right, and I don't understand. I don't believe that in human culture this is a I get to decide scenario. But apparently in human culture there's godparents.
Oh, yes. Actually, yeah. She kind of looks up towards Doros, and Doros actually kind of stops and kind of thinks about that for a moment. Excuse me.
Aye, well, you don't have to ask me twice if you would consider it Doros. Quite frankly, I was considering the both of you, should the time come for me to have a child.
Doros kind of gives you probably the most gentle, genuine smile towards you, Tass. Just kind of slight of the mouth, just kind of pinned upwards and kind of closing eyes and slow, sagely sort of nod.
It's difficult returning to a normal way of life after all the things I've done. You'll have to give me a firm reassurance if I'm saying things incorrectly or whatnot.
No, you did it correctly. The terminology is quite good. I think we'd both be honored. You've helped both me and Doros many times. And that goes for all of you. If Tass explodes or blows up or gets eaten or flayed or disintegrated, then I'll probably consult one of you guys.
Well, I think I speak for us all when we say we'd be very honored for that.
But
Well, Willow, the only thing I can thank you for is not saying squish because I'm small enough as it is.
Oh, I don't think you could get squished. Smashed or pulverized, yes, absolutely.
Oh, you're not helping, but thank you.
Sorry. Anyway, here you go. Good luck with whatever it is you're doing, and if I don't see you again, please come back safe.
We always try.
Oh, Willow, before you go, Greckles is going to give her 500 gold for whatever it is you need to use it for.
Oh, thank you.
You always have a home with us, and you always have friends with us.
Greckles.
He just looks up smiling.
Thank you for everything. And I'm glad you found some closure with your life in ways.
It's weird. I saw so many of my other friends, just gestures to everyone, finding their own closure, and I had no idea what to expect when I would find mine, and it's calm and peaceful, and I just want it to stay that way.
Oh, you actually reminded me of something, Greckles.
Hmm?
Doros, one more other thing.
Hmm.
When all of our time going out on adventures is said and done, and it is time to finally take a rest for certain, you asked me to be your best man. It would be an honor if you would do the same for me.
You're getting married? Willow kind of like Doros is like, and then you watch as like Willow like steps in front of him like excitedly. We had no idea.
I kind of kept that close to the chest for a while.
Oh, do you need a wedding planner? We know a really good wedding planner.
We're off to our imminent doom in some case and scenario here, Willow. I believe that's going to have to be after the fact.
Okay. But
it is something I will ask of you.
I know a really good wedding planner. And as you guys are having this conversation, you hear the door ting, cling, cling, open, and stepping inside comes Remy.
Remy is going to walk up to the group and pull something out of his cloak, and you all see that he has Liza's mask on him.
Remy, how'd you get that?
I went and had a talk with Borky. He's going to toss it on the table.
Oh.
Gently or aggressively?
He's just going to toss it like anything else. It's going to slide across the table, so however much force it would just hit the thing with. Not enough to break it because it's porcelain.
Yeah, it joins the rest of the notes and other trinkets you guys have managed to collect. Willow kind of turns and goes, Remy.
Aye.
She kind of looks over and she gestures towards the egg that Duros currently has on the front of him. We're pregnant. Ta-da!
Yes, adoption is a wonderful way to have a child.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if, your mother would be willing, but you guys are crazy, explorers and stuff like that. But growing up, it is good to have, a grandmotherly sort of influence. And I don't know if that's something she could help us with.
I'm sure she could. Just, be aware. There might be a small stick involved. I've been told I have one as well. So hopefully they don't develop that.
Understood.
It's a colloquial phrase, I think.
Is it a Vilithian phrase?
I'm not sure. Panic was the first one to use it on me. Panic, you or what's the something about a thing up my something?
Oh, stick up your ass.
That's what it was.
You watch as Willow goes over and covers the egg like it has ears.
It draws ears on it with a marker and then covers
it.
I think you're not that bad, but I think it might be good to have someone who's well-tempered. That being said, here are the potions. I couldn't get as many as I wanted to, but I did manage to get a supreme healing potion. I got it from a friend of mine after trading away some of the spells that you guys got, so hopefully that's worth it for you.
Every little bit helps.
Holy shit.
So there's a 1 supreme healing potion. That's 10d4 plus 20.
Jeez.
Wow.
For context, that's a very rare item to get.
Yeah, it is.
As you guys pull it out, it's in a crystal bottle with a silver cork at the top. It's a very, very fancy looking potion.
Good lord.
On top of that, there is 4 greater healing potions.
And the graders are 4d4?
4d4 plus 4. There are 2 superior potions. And there are 8 regular healing potions, and they're the Willow specials.
Ooh.
So 8
8 superior, 4
Yeah.
great.
Two for each of us.
2 for each of you. So that's gonna be 2d4 plus 5 for the common healing potion because it's a Willow special. And then
Yeah.
for the greater healings, you got 4 of those. That one is going to be 4d4 plus 8 because of her modifier.
Okay.
Actually, no, that's going to be double that. So it's going to be plus 10, actually. It's a 44 plus 10.
Hot damn.
Yeah. And then the Superior and the Supreme she got from someone else.
So we have 1 10d4 plus 20, 4 44 plus 4s, 2
Superior
Eight.
is 8d4 plus 8. So that's got 2 of those. And then you have, yeah. So I'll do that from weakest to strongest. You have 8 2d4 plus 5 potions.
Okay.
You have 4 4d4 plus 10 potions.
Okay.
You have 2 8d4 plus 8 potions. And you got 1 big boy in the 10d4 plus 20 potion.
All right, I got that all written down, but it's all merged with the amount of potions I had left because I had a singular pot. I had a minor pot, so I have 9 of those.
I got it all written down too.
Yeah, I got
Just
it
for
written
when we
down.
divvy it.
I didn't manage to get it all down. Could you post that in the chat for me?
Yeah, I got you. Here you go.
Thank you.
No problem.
It's worth pointing out, like, that's a lot of potions. Willow has been max happiness for the longest time.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Thank you.
No problem.
As you guys are kind of taking kind of note of it, you hear Helga go, "Where is my prisoner? God damn it." And she kind of flips over the laundry basket back into place empty. Remy, did you join them at the dinner table?
Sure.
Okay, you sit down. Willow stays standing. You're going to say something, Panic?
No, I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay. Willow kind of gently does like a bit of a curtsy and she goes, "Well, wherever your ventures take you, I wish you the best, okay? Be safe, all of you."
We do the best we can.
Aye.
Yeah.
Duros kind of looks towards all you and just gives you guys a nod, and the two of them kind of walk arm in arm and leave the space.
Take care, you two.
Duros gives a big wave, and Willow's like, "Bye." And as they go to turn, Duros hits his head on the entryway and kind of leans through,
KO!
leaving the 4 of you at the table with your notes. My question is, as your DM, how do you want to get to Fleur de Mort?
Man, I guess the first thing we need to do is figure out what sort of position my crank is in, if he's even completed. I don't even know if the Silver Kobolds were able to get him fixed, what kind of memories he has, what he may or may not be willing to help with. So,
I have an idea.
What's up?
If we get Mike Crank and those forces on the ground to enter into the forest, can we not pull strings with Nomeria to get us in via airship?
I mean,
That's
who
right.
else?
Nomeria does have a bunch of technology.
Who else besides my crank would be going in? Because that was the whole point with the talk with Log, was to see what in the world were the constructs at mentally in terms of helping us keep everyone protected.
While Nomeria might seem like a good avenue, their job currently is to help against the United Clergy of Orin at the moment. So their attention is elsewhere at the moment. They are defending the channel that leads into Alavas, as far as you guys know.
We certainly wouldn't be happy to see us if we just came traipsing in. Not if it would have happened.
I can ask the Silver Kobolds if they have any plans or ideas on that front.
That'd probably be the best thing. Because if the constructs aren't willing to help, the Silver Kobolds may be able to, I don't know, make something to help, or maybe have their constructs assist.
If they're not willing to hand over their constructs, maybe they're willing to at least barter a trade for technology that could at least help us get in without being detected.
Something.
I wonder if. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud right now.
You guys go talk to them. I mean, they're in your currently in your workshop at the moment with Iggy.
Sure. I guess I'll go in there and ask.
Oh,
right.
I'll join you.
Remy, is there anything you'd like to do?
I mean, I guess I'll tag along. I don't want to split the party.
Okay. You guys collect
John
all the
too.
papers. Please don't stun lock this one. As you guys collect all the papers, the maps, the other notes you have just through your different ventures, and you collect Liza's mask. Who has Liza's mask? I need to know that.
That would be me. I took it.
Okay, you take Liza's mask. The rest of you guys collect all the papers and make your way towards the workshop. And boy, oh boy, this workshop generally has like the odd noise of like someone doing, one body doing one thing, or maybe two bodies, and one of them being extremely fluffy doing the other thing. As you guys make your way inside, you see currently sitting on like a recliner, like sort of style wooden chair, like you'd see it like a spa, is Fluffy currently. He's got a big thing of lemonade in one hand, and he's sitting back with his apron on. And it looks like his blacksmithing shop has been completely taken over by a body of about 7 different silver kobolds who've completely taken over the shop. Gadget is there. She's the one who kind of answered the call. And also, who's also there is the red dragon that Abi had converted over to the side.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah, he's here too. I believe he was an adult, wasn't he? No, he wasn't an adult. He was young, I think. He was a young red dragon.
He was a young dragon, yeah.
Yeah. He's there. I forgot his name, and I looked through my notes, and
no one's batting an eye to this?
Nah, he's just chilling. He's just hanging out.
In dragon form, yes.
Relaxing, all cool.
Yep.
Chromatic dragons don't have a humanoid form.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know that one.
No. Well,
you know that the silver dragons that are in the at least the ones that you know of do have polymorph necklaces that were given to them by their father. So that is something you would know. I'm really trying to find his name. I'm waiting for the message from Shahalam to be like, his name was this, and it's just like, I'm sorry, I don't know my own D&D game. But it was a while ago.
Yeah,
big red lizard that breathes fire.
And there it is. His name is Razan. That was his name. Thank you, Shahalam. You're the best. Thank you. So it was Razan. His name was Razan the Terrible. He's currently like curled up like a cat, kind of sleeping, and you watch as they currently have strung up. It's kind of morbid. Strung up using chains and various other pulley systems that Iggy has had in his shop. You see the body of Mike Crank completely reassembled. And as you guys approach, you watch as Gold goes, whoa, stay behind the crossed line.
And the hands go up and slowly moving backwards.
Jeez. And you watch as he kind of scatters off and goes back to kind of like machining up a metal piece. And you watch as Gadget kind of lifts up a welding mask and goes, hey! And she kind of jumps down and kind of scrambles over to you guys. Well, she kind of turns herself around and she kind of joins you guys looking up at the body of Mike Crank. I have to say, the workmanship on this piece, she kind of looks side to side and leans in close to your ear test. Very archaic. But we managed to salvage quite a bit of it. Most of the damage was external. The internal damage was a lot of wiring problems. Some of the arcane conduits got seared out, but those are easily replaced. And we remade some of the attachment conduits, and also, new. Look at this. She watches over to the arm, and like she kind of presses some button. The arm actually moves. We straightened up some of his grip a little bit, so his punches and his throws hurt more. And Task, you kind of like shudder at that naturally, as you were a victim of such a thing.
Like just physically shrink and shrivel like a raisin.
Also, really cool thing that we had to do. We had to expel ghosts from his body. So I've never had to do that before on a robot.
Yeah, that was a weird experience.
Yeah, well, constructs are vessels, and undead things love to attach themselves to vessels, whether it be a vase or a creepy painting or like a house. And this is
Wretched,
like a house that is alive and can kill people.
Wretched, that kind of begs the question. What
I'm
about
Gadget.
sorry, Gadget? What about Mike Crank's personality? I would hesitate to call that.
Now, that's the part that and she kind of leans up against like a big hunk of metal. That's the part that I'm a little concerned about because, as far as we know, we can't really, and this is kind of between you and us, we don't really know where their personality comes from when it comes to making these constructs. We're pretty sure Oriara has something to do with that. So it might reset, it might not. I don't know. It depends.
Well,
Unexplainable phenomenon. Probably God shit.
because here's the thing. Do you hear word about Florida Mort? That big red forest that's just slowly taking over the landscape?
I've heard stories, yes, but I mean, they're like far away. We're not going to see that ever approach us in our lifetimes.
This will be our second time seeing it.
We need to get in there.
Oh, okay, that explains a lot. You know, you're a giant bear thing that sits over there. She points over at Fluffy, who's like now has like you looked away for 5 seconds. He now has sunglasses on somehow, just out of nowhere, and he's just drinking his lemonade. Yeah, he mentioned something about a sword for that too. So I kind of put 2 and 2 together and figured that this was what it was for. But
that would be me.
I will say this. We've made golems, right? Pretty rudimentary, pretty simple. We don't really give them the ability to make their own decisions beyond just their normal function in a physical sense, if that makes sense. This construct doesn't quite work like that and is going to be a bit more free-minded. That, combined with the fact that he was made for arguably a violent purpose, kind of makes him a little more dangerous than our common friends.
So does that mean you won't reactivate him?
Well, we're going to reactivate him, but, if he blows up or, karate chops, him in half, and she points towards Remy, like, that's on you. You can't sue us or whatever it is that you do over here.
Well, we're running out of options. It's one of the reasons why we're here.
For that.
Oh, the little guy? He was, oh God, where'd he go? And you watch as you look up on the catwalk, you saw going, I'm up here, overseeing.
Good job, Log.
I did it!
Well, we're gonna need a plan B in case Mike Crank does violently explode. So that's why I came to you. You think there's any way you could at least, help us out technologically to get into the forest?
Ooh, well, technologically, not really. But if you need to ferry Mike Crank, he watches her eyes turn over to Roseanne, the terrible, who is still sleeping. He actually carried us all the way here. We could take the long way around. Your fancy pants orc buddy of yours actually mentioned that he could get us a caravan home if we wanted to not fly. And I'm sure Abby wouldn't mind having one of his most dedicated acolytes to stay behind and help you out with whatever it is you need.
Any assistance would be greatly appreciated.
In terms of flying, I mean, now, I'm not an expert. Well, I am an expert, but, not an expert at everything. Don't you have, access to a lot of flying things in the city? There's far more here than there is on the Silver Mountains. I mean, you got those weird bird dogs, or the bird lions, bird cats, fly in the air.
We've got
We've got ways of getting there. It's just once we're in. The problem is that Florida Mort can sense anything from a living sentient creature, whether it be a heartbeat, emotions, good old-fashioned feeling. However, the one thing that he cannot sense are constructs.
You watch as she kind of runs a hand through, the mechanical hand kind of runs it down her chin. She goes, if you're the ones trying to get in there, it means you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you're not. He's going to sense you, right? Even if you're inside of something, I don't think that's going to help you very much.
That's why we have Mike Crank. We were hoping this would be a diversion.
He could help. I mean, my hope, intent with this is to have serve a sort of bodyguard function. He has initial construction, and you watch his Gadget actually brings you guys over to like a table, and you can see some old blueprints, like very old. And what's interesting about this is you don't remember giving Gadget this at all.
How did you come by this?
A weird, creepy guy showed up and gave these to me. He, human, didn't open his eyes.
Did he have shadows that darted about?
Yeah, really spooky.
Okay.
He mentioned something about a rather interesting tool arriving in this location, and these notes may be imperative to your success. You know, cryptic shit like that.
Fair.
But he wasn't wrong. These notes are, at least at the very least, something to work off of. But, like, I mean, look at that. That is such shoddy, mediocre work. I mean, come on. Like, why would you even put the
Gadget
chest
focus.
plate
Come
there?
on. Come on.
Sorry. Okay. But, needless
no.
to say,
And-
I mean, we can boot him up. I mean, if you want to boot him up here, we can. We can try and load him somewhere else and boot him up if you're really concerned. It's up to you.
Do you have a percentile likelihood of him going berserk?
A 50-50.
I don't like those odds.
Probably best if we test him somewhere where that's not populated.
Just
Ah,
maybe-
come on. I've heard tons of rumors about this city. Like, all kinds of crazy shit happens all the time. We should help a little bit out with that rumor, right?
Log, get down here.
Whee! Log just, like, comes down the chain like a fireman. That was a joke, by the way. Gacha kind of like reads your expressions. I was joking.
Gotcha.
I'll get.
We're laughing! Ha 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 ha!
Log,
Hi.
we're about to attempt to possibly reactivate Mike Crank. We might need you, in case he gets a little upset and forgets that he's in a place where people could get hurt, for you to help us calm him down.
I'll get the warm milk.
Can you watch as Log leaves the room?
Oh my
Does he
God.
not? Does
Wait,
he not
from where?
realize that constructs don't eat or drink?
He's been blown on a he's been quote unquote blowing on a harmonica for the past week.
Careful who you get that from.
All right. Well, we're not doing it here, so where are we taking him?
I think maybe
We're
a
near-
little bit on the outskirts of town.
I nowhere near 10 Town either. Maybe we should do it over by the seaside.
That's not a bad idea. If we could find a decent spot.
It is pretty secluded to the direct north of Alabas, kind of between the docks and the woods that would lead on to the eastern coast where Gruel is. It's not too far.
Then let's do that.
Okay. You watch as they begin to detach and prepare Mike Crank, you know, kind of covering the more delicate pieces, just if they need to access points. They don't want dirt or whatever getting inside, but they want to keep them accessible if they need to do some tweaks and fixes. And you watch as they actually, like, Razan actually has like a whole like barding like harness on him to actually ferry things.
Huh.
It's
God, I
quite
don't know
neat.
God, Task has no idea how to feel about this.
By the way, I've been thinking, since this whole idea with the constructs going in and helping us with Fleur de Mort, the reason they're there is because Fleur de Mort senses life. So, ideally, we would want to hide our life signatures, something that will help us, like anti-life, some sort of shell, like an anti-life shell or something.
You have a necromantic spell that does that?
I don't know if it's necromancy, but I believe a spell like that might exist.
Might need to ask someone in a higher place of magic then.
Possibly. Could I do a check to see what or who I would have to talk to in order to
Arcana check, yes.
Arcana check. Yes, I'm looking for someone who would know the spell Anti-Life Shell. Natural 1. I'm going to re-roll that.
All right, you used your aspect of ETH for a reroll.
27.
It is a druid spell.
We
You
have to
only
go to the
know
Druidic district.
you only know 2 druidic casters who would probably be willing to help you in that regard. Anj is not a caster, though they have some druidic qualities to him.
Yeah.
Moidos and Taylor are the only 2 you can think of. It's a very high level spell.
It's a 5th level spell.
It is, but that's still pretty. You have to be pretty high level to access.
Pretty damn high.
Yeah.
Your average druid in the druidic district will not know how to like cast a spell.
Well, I guess we should pay a visit to either Moidos or Taylor.
I'd honestly vote Taylor.
We just gotta find really oblong pigeons.
I can't cast a spell myself, but I hold up my ring of spell storing.
Can you stuff a spell that high in there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's definitely something that could help. Plus, Taylor would have the largest stake in this of anything. I know he hates Florida Mort.
Yeah, they certainly do.
Heck, Taylor may be wanting to come with us if we're going to try and find our way through.
I have no idea about that, but I also have another thing I could ask Taylor about.
And that is?
Well, there's another spell I've been wanting to learn that I can learn, but it's not necessarily part of the bardic repertoire normally. I think I could get it down. I just need a little bit of guidance, and it would probably help us immensely.
Which is what?
Of that. Should I keep that one a secret? Make it a surprise?
Panic, we're about to go into one of the most dangerous positions we've ever been in. It would be good to lay all your cards out on the table.
All right. It's Hero's Feast.
Why were you saving that?
Thought it'd be fun for a surprise. I don't know.
I appreciate it, but we just gotta put together everything that we can.
All right.
Meta, real quick meta. So, we want to look for Taylor, but we also want to get the Silver Kobolds to prep Mike Crank out to the north of here.
Yeah.
We can't do both at the same time. So, do you want me to stick with the Silver Kobolds to bring Mike Crank up north?
I would recommend probably seeing Taylor first and then going to check on them, because they have to move Mike Crank anyway, and it's going to take them some time. So you might as well do something in the meantime, and that could be something.
Then we'll do that.
Yeah. All right. You guys want to go see Taylor?
Yes.
All right. How do you find Taylor?
Like I said before, look for some oblong-shaped pigeons.
Roll a perception check, Task.
Do I see a man who blots the sun and he's just a fucking pigeon? Like, because that's what I'm expecting at this point.
Roll, Task, and see what fate decides.
25!
As you are, like, walking, you see a really weird dog, and as it turns its head, it has a beak and has wings.
Oh, God.
And it's just a pigeon that looks like is in the shape of, like, a greyhound.
Monty, is this just you channeling KK flips? Like, just is
I
this what's going on?
don't know what that is, so no.
Oh my god.
best friend
Okay,
from
well I have
elementary
something to show you later.
As you follow it all, you manage to make your way into the lower general district near a fountain. You see currently kind of like bathing, like a bird, amongst other pigeons is Taylor, and they kind of walk out of the fountain and kind of like wipe their sleeves off as you guys approach. Oh, hey. It's you guys.
Hi, it's us.
Howdy.
How you doing, Taylor?
Were you just bathing in that fountain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, no judgment.
Why would you judge?
Because some people would.
Weirdos.
Right. So I had a couple things that I wanted to ask you, specifically about some spells that might help us with the whole situation.
You watch as Taylor's eyes kind of like glance down to the side and they glance up and they go, that reminds me, I was going to ask something. Well, I wasn't going to ask. I'm just going to do it. I'm going with you.
I told you, Panic.
I shrug at Greggles, just like, just saying.
Burke doesn't
Well,
want me
your
to
help-
go, but I really don't care what Burke thinks. I'm going with you.
Your help is more than appreciated.
This isn't
Honestly,
just
don't
me
think we
helping
could do
you.
it. Right.
This is a bit more than that.
Yeah. We know the history. Well,
Whatever.
to the... Go ahead.
Whatever connection my brother had with this thing that we're going to see, I don't want to get in the way of your mission, but I won't lie when I say that I have an alternative motive going with you.
Well, it's not exactly surprising. Taylor, do you know what we're up against?
No, but I need to know what it is. And I know it's a threat, but I need to know. I need to know that it's a
Well,
threat.
allow us to at least tell you something to know ahead of time. You
Mm.
step 1 foot into that forest, it will know exactly where you are. It senses life.
And not just
Wow.
not just footsteps or heartbeats or anything like that. It can sense emotions.
Mm. Taylor kind of
Which
thinks for a
is-
moment.
Which is where you could probably help us out. And because it can sense life, perhaps there's a specific druid spell known as anti-life shell that I think would be pretty helpful in this situation.
There's a gateway into the Feywild within Florida Mort that we have got to find. So we don't have to necessarily kill him if we can't. But either sneak in undetected, which is a tall order, or have him distracted enough where he won't notice us.
Which is why I had the help of the Silver Kobolds come here to reconstruct my crank.
Yeah, I noticed that. The birds have been all abuzz about that in your warehouse. The noises made it really hard for them to hang out and poop on roofs, but, you know.
The one thing that Florida Mort can't sense are constructs or, I don't know, looks to everyone else, false life. Something along those lines.
Okay, well, I can cast that spell twice.
3 times if you put it in this ring.
I can do that as well, but the spell only lasts an hour.
Well, if you could cast it on us before we go in, and then we have
It's
a backup.
Someone has to go with it.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Well then,
Like one of those weird paladin things.
Given what we have told you so far, can you devise any plan?
No. Task roll insight check.
Sneaky deaky lion. 13.
They're very bad at lying because they're a druid and they have very low charisma. You get the sense that Taylor's not trying to deceive you, but you get the sense that there is something that Taylor is probably withholding, and it doesn't seem evil. Like that's not the sense that you get. Like it's not like I'm gonna screw you over. It's more just like
Yeah.
I have a backup plan for me.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Okay, well, Task notices that. Taylor, we're not going to stop you from whatever it is you plan to do. Your mission is your own, our mission is ours. But as long as we're all both on the same page, it could help us in the long run.
I just hope we can find some way to find where you need to go. That's my biggest concern. How do you know where you're going?
Well, we don't. And we don't know how much bigger Floor's gotten since we left him. And by the way, if he does sense us, He's gonna be right pissed.
I'd imagine so. Last I heard, he didn't leave amicably. I heard everything from Moidos. Not that she told me anything. I just have ears everywhere. Pigeon ears.
They don't have ears.
You watch as
Ear
one flies
holes.
by and it has human ears.
Fuck off!
Cedar, you keep setting yourself up, man.
Note to travelers, they should be very careful around the animals in this city. Also, I
Oh,
flipped
yeah.
my microphone cord. I'm sorry.
Pigeons, and as I'm sure you know, snakes.
I wonder if there might be a spell that I could sort of memorize that might help us there, but it's not a guarantee. If we're looking for an object, if this gate is in fact an object, I could probably locate it.
It might be easier if we had someone scrying on it.
Wait, I have an idea. This
What's
gateway thing. Could it not? What we're trying to accomplish here is going to another, basically, dimension or some kind of realm. We've already done that before, but we did that through gate traveling here. Would it not be prevalent to actually ask someone who has crafted and or worked with portals?
Or a fae.
Aye.
What sort of fae creatures do we know?
Or Taylor, do you know of any?
Taylor just shrugs. I have literally not left the city. I'm not exactly the most traditional druid, in case you haven't noticed.
It's fair.
Maybe this is the council question.
Taylor looks very lost in this conversation. You get the sense that they know some information, but probably only that relates to them. But beyond that, their knowledge seems to be a little limited.
Or
Remy, do you have
possibly
any thoughts on the matter?
This is above poor Remy's head. He doesn't know who any of these people are.
Well, you know a lot of council members. You know any council members who are very, magically inclined, who you think might be willing
Edward,
to help?
Hyla, Edward's also creepy as shit, so who knows? He might know some fae. It's 2021. It's okay to be fae.
Oh, dicks. No, I couldn't scry on it either. I have to be familiar with the location.
Just trying to think. We've been all over this. We've been all over the area. Surely there's someone that have connection.
There's what about that one?
That one?
What about that one ASMR that no one can see?
Who are you talking about?
The magic one, the one that the place we got all our crazy magic items from is named after.
You mean the one that Zenrio's working under?
What's her name? Eos?
Something like that.
Well, it's the only lead we have, unless we can somehow magically pull out a name of some kind of fey creature.
I wonder if could fey creatures be summoned and interrogated?
They could probably be summoned, but I think that interrogation thing would go backwards.
Yeah, that sounds like a Tasha spell.
What? Taylor looks so confused.
God in the sky, what?
Sorry, I was possessed by something for a moment.
The meta ghost got me.
Let's get carried away. And so the game ended, and no one had supper that night. All right, so you guys. So yes, Taylor is willing to help with the spell, by the way, Panic as well. That's like, oh, that's easy. How do you think I eat most of the time?
It's a heck of a
What?
dinner.
You anti-life shell yourself and just saunter into people's houses and steal their food?
I think he's talking
That-
about Hero's Feast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Excellent. No, yes.
God.
That's that other spell. No, fantastic. This will be a great boon for us. Also, if you have that much money, why don't you just buy food?
Wait, the goblets are expensive?
Yeah. I need one of these, and I pull out that big goblet that we got from the, what was it, the Earth realm?
Yeah. You watch as Taylor looks over and they're like, ooh, I think I might have done some robberies by accident.
Just give her a flat look.
It's kind of shrug. Oops, what are you going to do? All right, so where do you guys want to go? Do you guys want to go see what's up with Mike Crank, or do you guys want to go talk to someone who could get you more information about the Feywild?
I'd like to see what's up with my crank before we make any other bigger decisions.
Okay.
That's just me, though.
We do have to do the Feywild thing, though. That's kind of important at some point.
Just in terms of resources, you have you don't know anyone who's directly from the Feywild. That's the biggest, like, number one, that's the biggest, like, issue, but number two is also a big weird feeling, because you've met people from many other planes, and this is one you have not. Hi, yes.
I know one person that might, unless, hang on. We met a hag on the Mountain of Repetition, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't hags
They are-
fey creatures?
They are fey creatures, but they're not really from the Feywild, at least in this universe. Yeah,
Biscuits.
sorry.
Uh,
Well, actually, no, they would be, actually. So, yeah, actually, yes, they would be. I'm sorry, you're absolutely correct. Yeah, they are fey creatures, and yes, they would be from the Feywild, actually. Sorry.
shit.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. We could go talk to Graham.
Okay, I guess we could talk to Graham.
You guys got a lot of fun things to do.
Oh,
All right.
God.
Oh boy. I could sending to
Remy, you want to meet a witch?
I think Remy
No.
already
There.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Remy
he was
was
there.
there. Remy was watching was hanging out there while we were
Yeah,
doing that
Remy
whole
ended
thing.
up staying there for a few days because you guys took a long time to come back. You guys head out of town to a very remote kind of meadow area, and the closest thing you can see the city in the far distance behind you, and to the left of that, like just over the horizon, you can actually see one of the catacombs that belongs to the Hoketh Temple. This is actually where that ceremony of life and death actually ended. So there's a lot of people buried
Oh.
there. And it's like a way well distance off. Like you can barely, it's just a speck on the horizon. To the immediate right of you, you see just the crest of the ocean. And to the forward, you just see the beginnings of some spits of trees in the fair distance. And in the middle of the field, they've stomped down the grass. You see them currently setting up, standing upright is Mike Crank, and they seem to be kind of setting up and getting some final touches done and like relatching some of the access points.
Is the egg thief with us?
Oh yeah. Like Log is there, and like you watch as like Gadget is just like, all right, the left hook has been calibrated, and you hear Log go, the left hook is calibrated, and the right eye is currently exceeding about 50%. It's exceeding 50%, and just like echoing back what they're saying, pretending as if they're also kind of helping out and fixing.
They'd be my
things as
charge,
well.
Jack Sparrow. Well, that makes you Chotman.
As you guys approach, you see the silver kobolds kind of turn around. The red dragon is just sitting there. He's just vibing. He's just hanging out. One of the things about his personality you've noticed is he's very, very like lazy, but also like kind of chill. Like he's actually not like this tyrannical red dragon you expected. It seems that his time with the silver dragons has like made him a bit more zen, if that makes sense.
Jesus.
No
Broke
pressure
him.
no pressure to slaughter innocents, no quota to meet for a corrupted dragon cult. So, life is pretty good. All right.
Rasan the vibin.
Is everything ready?
You watch as Gadget kind of dusts off her hands, and she steps back a few times. She goes, yeah, I think we're good. You watch as there's another kobold standing there. We're gonna activate him, And whatever happens, happens. Now, if he goes berserk, there is a switch inside of him, all right? So we can actually set him off. So we don't blow up all our hard work, all right?
Where is that switch?
Where is it?
So you see where the shoulder blades meet?
Uh-huh.
Right there, you see that? If you lift up one of the back panels there, like if you lift up both of the shoulder blades, and then if you look up a back panel, there's a little button on the back. It's gray, hard to see, but it's there.
Gotcha. That reminds me, Gadget, did you do any upgrades to Might Crank?
We've made
Also
him
a
stronger
button?
physically, but we've removed all the ghost nonsense. That's gone. You know, we unghosted him. Simple procedure. And he's basically just a punching bot now, but he's pretty solid and pretty strong.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were going to install any, like, fireball cannons or anything of the like.
Oh, that would have been a great idea.
Also, what do we do with the button?
Oh, you press it.
As you do with most buttons.
Okay.
Panic.
Yeah. Also,
No, I usually use them to make my shirt fit over my chest.
Was that a joke?
Buttons in a fantasy setting?
yeah, they're pretty unique. You guys have experienced some buttons, though.
Yeah,
so
you know,
it's not
We
that
have
bad.
experienced buttons!
Task would
You've
be the
had
only
the
person-
button experience,
Bro, listen, Task here would be the only one who would have experience with buttons.
Gadget actually goes, oh, by the way, kind of messed up, actually. We noticed this. There was a ability for this original construct design to speak, but the actual mouth part is gone, so we made a new one. So this one will talk.
Oh, excellent.
Makes you wonder why they removed it.
Defiant statement. There is nothing you can do to me.
All right, okay. I want to take a couple space. So how far back are you guys standing?
60 feet, at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
60 feet sounds good.
Yeah, 60 feet.
All right. All you guys standing 60 feet back?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Turns on. Death is a suitable alternative to communism.
God damn it.
Remy, that's okay with you 60 feet back?
I'll stand 50 feet back.
Okay.
Oh,
right.
snap. What a Chad.
All right. You watch as that silver kobold quickly just does that final little, like, you know, switch on and then immediately, like, runs into the grass and disappears. Like a little lizard, like a gecko, just into the grass. And you all hear a... And...
Oh, I hear the die.
Liberty Prime is online.
7-2. You watch as the eyes glow red. And that's where we're going to take a break.
All right, I'm gonna.
The eyes glow red. Welcome to the HEV Mark IV protective system for use in hazardous environment conditions.
Morphine administered.
All right, I'm gonna go get a snack because I'm scared.
So welcome to Diamond.
I'm devouring the rest of my sandwich. You know, fried egg and bacon doesn't sound like it would go good with roast beef. But you know what? It's fucking good.
I can see that being good.
The Bane of Shane, thank you for the 5 tier 1 subs. And Riku, thank you for the tier 1 sub.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody. I would have said another reference, but I don't know how far Monty has gotten in 14 yet.
Yeah, don't err on the side of caution. I'm still
Uh-huh.
a ways off. So
That's why I went for a franchise that you probably have never touched.
Wait, what?
Grimmelus Prime, thank you for the tier 1 sub. And Defective Sheep, thank you for the 200 bits. Mike Crink wakes up. I demand to take on the profession of a dentist.
I mean, to be fair, I'm probably good at it.
Hold still. Remain calm. We need to fill this in.
You are bleeding because you do not floss.
Cool Jake, thank you for the 200 bits. Shout out to Kanye, Finn, and Trevor who encouraged me to actually get caught up after trying for 2 years. Nice.
Nice.
Sergeant Tucker, thank you for activating the M808 Scorpion class main battle tank.
Oh, god damn it.
Uh-huh.
American Roleplayer, thank you for the 500 bits. Since when does Panic button his shirts? Never. Spivacan, thank you for the 1,000 bits. I turned 32 on Sunday. Have some birthday bits.
Hell
Happy
yeah.
birthday.
Nettle Norseman, thank you for the 100 bits. You have 5 seconds to comply.
Nah.
Congrats, Bosco. Messi is now in PSG. Why are you congratulating me?
Bosco, you need to come to Texas
Why would I ever want to do that?
to come hang out with us.
Yeah, but I've seen your governor. I don't want to do that. Cosmosis, thank you for the 100 bits. Wasn't the guy on the mountain to reach the Silver King of Fae hair turned to iron when it was cut? Question
Yeah,
mark?
but we don't know where the hell he went.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, Corrid.
Ace Bounty, thank you for the bits. Nothing like having pizza and the Unexpectables while dusting off Ninja in Final Fantasy XIV. Cheers, my friend. Cheers.
Sweet.
I'll be right back.
Magic, thank you for the 100 bits. Also, America's Got Talent live shows started last night. Great. Awesome. More live shows. Burnout Vaughn with 100 bits. Mike Crank wakes up. Skynet is back online. Callum with 500 bits. With 50 bits, Mike Crank, your 30-day trial period has ended. Purchase full version or perish.
Bosco.
Hmm.
I want you to say something positive that happened to you today.
I beat the Orlando Magic in NBA 2K21 on the hardest difficulty right before we started. Spirit of Love, thank you for the tier 1 sub.
Sure.
Fluster Bun, thank you for the bits. Miss the simple goofiness happening right now. How have your guys' weeks been so far? My car got totaled. It's been rough.
Oh. I mean, I've been having a busy week, but yikes.
Volk, thank you for the bit. Listen up, damn puke. You are now wearing prototype Mike Crank. You take care of me, or I'll take care of you. Time to kick some ass. Claymore
know that
Roomba,
reference.
thank you for the 510 bits. Mike Crank boots up. Your WinRAR free trial is over, and soon your lives.
By the way, Volk, dude, that's the best power armor I've ever had in any Fallout game.
Mexican Skydiver, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm going to move to near Fresno State for a year and a half for school. Going to be a bit anxious due to the new place. Thanks for being awesome. Skyblaze with 100 bits. Mike Crank wakes up and just becomes a useless box.
Like, transforms into a box and just sits there?
Apparently.
That's rough, buddy.
Magic with 100 bits. This means I might not be able to tune in as long as I used to, as my grandmother drags me in to watch the results with her on Wednesdays. That's what the VODs are for, though.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
My cats locked themselves in the bathroom. I was wondering why it was so quiet.
Wow. Like, how?
They go inside of the bathroom and then they play with each other. And when they play with each other, they like to play the game. I'm pushing the door. Haha, watch this. And then they close the door on themselves.
Good. God.
Cool Jake, thank you for the 45 bits. Oh yeah, are you guys excited for the Fitzbang Dragon book? We'll probably introduce the Drake Warden Ranger.
Ah,
a
that's right,
personal
yeah.
favorite.
I haven't really looked too closely at things. I don't like to look at them until they're actually just physically out because they're always going to probably change things last minute or do some tweaks. But I'm excited for stuff like that. I think that's really fun. The other thing though too is like keep in mind, and this doesn't go for just us, but like other shows in general, because it's in an official release book doesn't mean it's gospel. So just keep that in mind. It is an option. Like those books are always like options you can pick.
Zenlita, thank you for the 200 bits. I can't believe Mike Crank is a Rock'em Sock'em robot now. Claymore, I can't do a Transformers voice for Mike Crank because Monty does not allow me to do voices.
No,
robot,
it's
thank you for the tier
illegal.
1 sub.
Damn.
Skyblaze, thank you for the 90 bits. No, when you turn Mike Crank on, he just turns himself back off every time. Flustered Bun with 200 bits. Gaijin, what's your snack of choice tonight?
Japanese beer nuts. They're really good.
Nice. Probate with 10,000 bits. Really hoping the Fitzbang books is like the 3.5 Dragonomicon.
Also,
I
Probate,
fucking
you
wish
can
it is. I hope it is too.
you can slow the hell down, buddy. We're good.
Volk with a bit. Mike Crank. Starting combat. Just kidding. Cosmosis with 100 bits. Who wants to bet Mike Crank speaks like HK47? Monty doesn't know who that is. Pixel Girl with bits. Firstly, didn't the crew come across a literal pixie after they killed the Black Dragon with Digsby? Second, take the last of my bits.
Even if we did, we wouldn't know where to find them.
I'm just waiting on tea to be made, and we'll be good to go. I'm sorry.
Hey, do you guys want to see a meme I asked Lita to make for me? I'm gonna tweet it out, but I'm not gonna share it right now. But I want to share it with you guys.
Is it actually good?
Okay.
Okay.
You won't get it, Bosco, but Zito.
So it's not good.
Gaijin will.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's about right.
Yep.
That's fine. I'm like that with like short races.
I just wish every race wasn't just like variant shape of twink.
See, that's why I roll Lalafell, because they at least look
they're
different.
cartoony proportions.
Listen, you got Twink in the form of every other race. You got Twunk in the form of Rogarans. You're fine. You got both.
No, listen, the only reason why I'm gonna be Rabbit Twink is because that's the only time I can rep Final Fantasy Tactics.
That's true.
Monty, I just want to play someone that isn't lightly ripped and perfectly sculpted.
Listen, I'm made out of fucking, like, if a stiff breeze hit me, I would knock over. I want my character to be shredded. I want him to be able to grate cheese on their abs.
I want one fat playable race. The only fat character we've seen was that one gal in the rich people town. I'm trying not to do spoilers.
Travis A. Carey with 10 bits saying Mike Crank, well, rather, he says Mind Crank uses Microsoft Sam's voice. Duo Black Rose with 100 bits might need rank to call organics meat bags.
I was going to say, people... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Monty.
No. You finish your thought and I'll go to mine. Sorry.
No, I was going to say she doesn't know who that is, so that joke's not going to land.
Yeah, sorry. I was gonna say people are wondering with Taylor. Taylor is like gender neutral. They, them, she, her, like, and he, him is totally fine. They identify with Yidia, the god of nature, which is generalist. So
I am back with tea.
And
I just saw people talking about it in chats just to clarify.
Brian with 100 bits. Mike might crank whacked up, resuming delayed self-destruction protocol in a Chipmo voice. In 3, 2, 1.
Oh no, I'm so upset I didn't think of this. Mike Quank 2.1 unwind, ready for combat.
Right, with that, I'm gonna put my nuts up and I'm
gonna leave until that's over. Like I can't. Duo Black Rose with 100 bits. Please put down the weapon. You have 10 seconds to comply. Zenlito with 200 bits. Some say that the English language is hard to learn, but you can do it throughout, though. Good luck reading this out loud, nerd. Silver Leon, thank you for the 200 bits. I hope my crank turns on successfully. I'm sitting in a 100-degree heat wave here in Oregon right now, trying to eat my ice cream before it melts. Those are real-world problems right there.
God damn.
Riot Gaming, thank you for the 2,000 bits. Oops, sorry, dropped my bits. You can keep them. Aw.
Pick them up, man.
Oathbreaker with 100 bits. Red Dragon Ross, back then. I'm going to murder you in name of Dragon God, Red Dragon Ross. Let's see, did I miss any? Skyblaze with 100 bits. Mike Crank turns on. Yeetbot activated. Now commence yeeting. Yeet's table. Damn. Never Not Knitting. Thank you for the tier 1 sub.
What are you knitting?
Okay.
That's a personal question. Mr. Samich, thank you for the 500 bits. I've watched live and the VODs off and on for several years now and wanted to show my appreciation. Thanks to all of you so much for all the good times, and here's to many more.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the good times.
Grimmalus, thank you for the 250 bits. Red Eyes, shit, he's a Decepticon. Dual Black Rose with 100 bits. Manufacturer protocol states, I cannot be captured. Initiating self-destruct protocol. Rippington, thank you for the 100 bits. Murder.exe fully online. We got Magic with 100 bits. Also, Hail, Denmark. Blackfoot Fair with 420 bits. I'm also in the Oregon Heat Wave, log MVP. It's a weird transition of thoughts.
Are we all back?
I think so.
Connor?
Yee.
Bosco?
Nope. Zoran the Bear, thank you for the 5 tier 1 subs.
Hey, we know that guy.
Hey, that's a cool guy.
I don't know who that
I don't know
is.
about that. I don't know about that one.
Is he cool? I thought you didn't like
Gaijin,
bears. I'm confused.
you here?
Mm-hmm.
Zoran is the only bear allowed here.
What's so special about him? What does he do?
He plays D&D, so that's that. Any bear that plays D&D is okay.
Oh, right.
with
He was
me.
in your
And
other
can
group.
talk.
Right.
Yeah, he can talk.
Oh, Monty.
Wait, he can speak?
There's Talking Bears in Aloysius Volume 2. Hey, you gotta get mad at my boy Crawford. I didn't make that. I don't make the rules. He did it.
No,
I'm going to go back in my corner. Carry on, Monty.
no, play with us, sir, please. But we are gonna keep going. Also, it's called a papoose. Thank you so much, Great Otaku Bomb. I've never had a baby, so the terminology is very much lost on me.
Someone in chat just said you literally wrote the book. I wrote the book, but it's races that D&D made. None of this shit is of my own design.
Also, I saw that snake thing that had the baby arms, and it delighted me to a great extent. I loved it so
right?
much. I love him so much.
So dumb.
Look at that little man. Look at that little man with his sword. It's so stupid. I love him.
So
All
that begs the question: is he the size of the axe, or is the axe the size of him?
I don't know. Anyway, back to this scene. As the eyes shine red, there's a moment of tension. And you watch as Gadget kind of goes, he's got red optics, so don't let that dissuade us to checking off this as a sign of success. And you watch as the arm rises up. Mike Crank himself is not incredibly massive, especially now that they've kind of refixed him up and slimmed him down a little bit more. And just in terms of size, because he was covered in like bodies and like shrapnel and all kinds of stuff. He stands probably about, I would say probably 8.5 to like 9 feet tall. Like he is very big, but he's not like, not Transformers sized. You watch
just so we get a clearer picture of what he looks like. He kind of looks like Dolmar's statue form without the wings, right?
He looks exactly like Dolmar's statue, without the wings, and is smaller. And where Dolmar itself was like just made out of that sort of statue material, there's actually color. Like there's clearly painted colors, like reds, kind of deep browns, and notably some oranges as well, and then the silver on the inside. They're kind of an orange and red sort of motif.
Badass.
And the eyes are just kind of these forge fire flames kind of looking around. The head just kind of moves. And as the arm kind of raises up, you watch as they look at their arm and kind of clench their muscles. And then you hear a little noise at their feet. Hello! And you watch as Log, who no one thought to grab, just like within 5 feet, like steps forward and raises both of his arms. And you watch as Mindcraig just, the head kind of lolls down and looks towards him. And you guys hold your breath for a second.
And then I shoot him.
And do you?
No.
Okay. You watch for a second as Mike Crank does nothing, and like about 5 minutes passes. You can hear just like a boom, 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 like this kind of weird noise coming from him, and you hear Log just prattling on.
Should we interrupt this?
I don't think anything bad is happening. Plus, it's like his big brother or something.
As long as there's no hitching post he can throw at me. I walk forward.
All right, Task. You watch as you walk forward, and you get within earshot. You can hear Log going,
And then I traveled the world, and then
and you immediately, as you approach, because you're not stealthing, Mike Crank's head just snaps and turns towards you, and you can see the reticle that you remember in that fight, that kind of long, almost laser pointer hitting in your chest, and you can hear a voice going,
hostile.
and you hear Log go,
Oh no, he's like a reptile, but not really. He's like a dragon, but like small.
and you watch as Mike Crank kind of turns back and goes,
Dragon, but small. Yeah, Tass, this is my brother. He's really big.
Hello, Mike Crank.
Hello, Task.
Yes, that's my name. Thank you. Do you
You're-
mind if my other friends come around?
You're welcome. Your friends may come around.
Phrasing.
Is Panic like holding in a fucking chuckle? I hope.
Huh? What the fuck are you talking about?
They come around.
I don't laugh at juvenile shit like that.
Anyway, Greckles will approach.
There's a pregnant pause from everyone in the fucking world. I motion everyone to come over.
all right. You all gather around, and Mike Crank is just standing there, and Log goes,
And this is grass. I know what grass is. And that's the sky. I know what the sky is. And that's a rock. I know what a rock is.
Does he sound aggravated?
roll an insight check.
Can I do that too? I'm so curious.
Sure, absolutely.
I'm inciting a fucking robot. Christ alive. 8.
15.
25.
Okay. Greckles, Task, you have not a clue. Panic, they don't seem annoyed. If anything, their body language would be the indicator. They seem to be going through the notions at the moment, talking with Log, and you're not even sure if they're capable of being annoyed. As they simply just keep talking and talking and talking, and Log is pointing out everything, and they're just nodding and reciting, like, I know what this is, I know what this is.
Mike Crank, you've been offline for quite some time. Do you remember why?
Where is the war?
The war's over.
There's a moment of pause, and the eyes kind of snap together, and you watch as Mike
Well-
Crank's entire body shifts.
Where is the war?
We're currently in ceasefire. You're
But-
referring to the war with the fire giants.
But if it's war you want, we can bring you to one.
You watch as their eyes kind of trace over all of you, and it kind of stops on you, Remy.
Great. I shoot it.
Remy pulls out his Glock and starts the revolution.
Look, man, I told you that the fucking around was over, and now he's going to find out.
God damn it.
Soldier, where is the war?
The war is over.
Then
You watch as they lift up their hands and kind of look at both of them.
what do I do?
Designation Mike Crank defends the city.
The city of Alavast.
Affirmative.
The fingers kind of come into the fist. Not in an aggressive way, but more of just like, oh, I have arms.
Where is Artemis?
Does anyone know where he is?
Yep. Yeah.
I have terrible news! He's dead!
Oh, I couldn't reach him in time.
Well, that's probably the best that Log
And
did
roll
it
for
instead
initiative.
of us.
All right, Remy will turn back towards the robot.
Designation Artemis was terminated.
You watch as he kind of looks up towards you, Remy. He goes,
Natural termination or crime termination. Nature of termination. Elaborate.
Oh,
Log just kind of is dancing. He goes, we don't have to elaborate anything. He's dead.
can I grab him?
Roll an insight, everybody, on Mike Crank, please.
Here I go again on my O.
That's 20.
16.
Natural 1.
You got this, Zito.
Nice. Panic, you're like, well, I lived a good life.
This situation has escalated, I think.
Task, you get the sense that while
While
Log really didn't care much for Artemis for obvious reasons, as Artemis kind of threw Log away, Mike Crank seems to have some sort of, better relationship with Artemis, given that he was kind of his prized creation in a way.
Mm-hmm.
He was sort of the favorite out of his 100+ children.
Right.
And while there is no real strong emotion behind the voice itself, the curiosity suggests a sort of moderate to concern and curiosity.
So, what exactly happened to Artemis?
he was killed by a rival.
Got it. Designation Artemis was terminated by rival.
Define parameter rival.
I assume it was a different scientist of some kind.
Dolmar.
It was
God,
Dolmar.
tell him Dolmar.
Dolmar is the name of the person that killed him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
The rival's designation was Dolmar.
Dolmar. No archive memory maintained of Dolmar. Only Artemis. Can Artemis be reconstructed?
I'm gonna look to Panic since he's the only one that can do that, and look for just a shake of a yes or a no.
Not within my power.
Negative.
There's a long pause, and it's almost kind of sad as the wind rushes over this open field, and this lone construct, this massive war machine, just kind of stands in the middle. You can hear the servos kind of, and you watch as the shoulders kind of slump and the head kind of turns down. And for a moment, you get the sense that this Mike Crank, this champion, is going through a lot.
Artemis is cease function. Artemis is gone.
And as you're holding Log's mouth, Greckles, you hear he's cheering under your mouth, but you're holding it back.
I am crushing his mouth right now.
But a lot has happened since that, though. You have so many brothers and sisters back in Alavast, and they all look up to you. Yeah, like him.
Other constructs constituted failure. I was the perfect construct who executed function.
Got an ego on him, okay?
Add that to your notes.
Not me. I was born different. Okay. But
Sorry,
they're
we're
still, but they're still your family.
Incorrect. Mike Crank has no family. Mike Crank has designator. Mike Crank has function.
Do you require a new one?
Artemis is gone. Who is new commander of Mike Crank?
Which one of us wants to fucking pilot the giant robot, boys?
Freckles! I need to roll a strength athletics check for me.
Oh, just
no.
straight athletics. Oh boy.
The hitching post is there instead of him.
Oh no, Log's gonna claim him.
No, no.
18.
Log rolled a 12. Log, you get your log go, but you just hold him. You're like, you're struggling.
Do we
It's
hear
like,
this?
it's in the words of it.
It's crazy. Locke doesn't even have a mouth.
All
How is
right,
Freckles
all right.
doing that?
Knowing that Log is going to try to supersede us, Greckles will speak up. Designated Mike Crank. New directive.
New directive accepted.
No, belay that.
Hey, 999 holler.
Designated Mike Crank. Belay directive.
Order Blade.
Designated Mike Crank. Directive. Protect Alavast.
Designation accepted. Moving out now to Alavast.
And he begins walking.
Okay, but I'm chasing after him. Mike
Okay.
Crank, stop. Designated director, task.
Designated director. Task.
And he stops and he turns and looks towards you.
Oh, task holds his face. Okay. Mike Crank, you have multiple directors. You have me, task, and I point to everyone else. Panic, Greckles, Remus Corbeau.
Oh,
Confirming.
birthday.
Directors. Task. Panic. Remus Corbeau.
I said Greckles too.
And Greckles.
Okay. Now, Mike Crank, we have a new mission parameter for you.
Detail. Mission. Parameter.
For brevity, I'm just gonna tell him like what the fuck we're doing and why he's operational right now.
Historical archive accepted. Adding to index. Follow you. Protect Alavast. Third-party operative accepted. Where is the war?
We will bring you to the war. For now, stand by.
Standing by.
Ash just like looks back at everyone else. Okay, we have a giant robot.
I'm sorry, it's not a love game. I'm getting Judge Dredd movie flashbacks.
Just don't bring him to any stairs.
Wait, I'm confused. Why did he listen to all of you when you didn't speak in the robot voice?
I didn't think it was necessary, Remy.
Are you telling me Balfour did that for no reason?
Sounds like a nerd.
Probably. No. Balfour Belton, yeah, he did it to fuck with people.
Oh,
I
okay.
wonder why.
Okay, Monty,
I thought it would.
I'm gonna have a moment with Log.
Okay.
Log, I'm going to let you go on the promise that you will behave.
He can't promise that. You know this.
If you will behave and not cause any problems and don't try to convince Mike Crank to do something weird without talking to us first, nod your head.
Do you take your hand off of his mouth?
No, I wait for him to nod his head.
He doesn't say anything. He just looks up at you like he wants to say something.
I slowly uncup the mouth slightly.
I can't behave. I can only be Log.
You walked right into that one.
I would have an easier time giving directions to a wall. I just drop him.
Whee!
And you just put him on the ground.
I'm in the dirt.
Yes,
I have
Log.
a brother.
Yes, Log. Yes, you do.
I'm gonna tell him about baby trees.
And you watch as he runs off after Mike Crank.
All right.
So I look over to Gadget. Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished, I guess. All right.
Hooray!
Well, good job, team. You watch all the silver kobolds like awkwardly all clap at each other. Like, all right, no one died, so I think it's a win. Like they're all just kind of looking at each other and clapping awkwardly.
Oh, I'm also gonna give Mike Crank. I'm gonna also tell Mike Crank that all the silver kobolds are designated engineers.
Okay, yeah, he kind of already recognizes him, strangely enough. Like even before coming online, you get the sense that probably when they were working on him, he was actually looking at things.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
It's almost like he had a ghost in the machine.
Oh.
Listen, it had to happen at least once in this fucking session, okay? Crucify me.
Gadget, that kind of reminds me. We talked about upgrades. Is that something you'd be wanting to pursue?
For your mission, I think you're good with what you got.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm still not sure on the whole him being sentient or not thing. It's kind of hard to tell. And you know what? Let's let them not have super strong weapons just to start. And I mean, he's a body. He can protect you.
All right. Well, I think one thing is clear, though. If we're bringing him back into the city, we'll give him a designation to stay at least near the Sweet Dragon, but we should at least tell Brork of the news.
We should probably take him to Brork first. He's gonna gather a lot of attention outside the Sweet Dragon.
Aye. And so long as he follows us as his designated director, all should be fine then.
And that's a cat! Log is pointing stuff out. Sorry, 1 second. Hob! No. No.
Cats demand food.
That's
Cat loves food. Yeah.
Cat loves food. Yeah.
Okay, you're done. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. You're fat. Go away. I love you. Sorry. I'm so sorry. It's because we went... He's usually allowed in here. I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
All right. As you guys make your way into town, assuming you are.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get looks all right. People are going about their business and like carrying, like there's a woman who's like carrying groceries, and the moment you guys walk by, she just drops the groceries out of her hand and just looks up as this like almost 9-foot tall construct walks through the center of town. And Log is just prattling on like,
And that's the butcher, and that's the person who makes bows. Do you know where babies come from?
and like there's just like this conversation happening, very one-sided.
Good.
As Mike Crank is just walking down through the city streets. And like you see a lot of the guards just like looking up and not really sure what to do about it. And a lot of people like, there's even one guy, like this older guy who clearly has lived in Alavast for a long time, who's like reading a book. He looks up and sees Mike Crank, just licks his thumb and goes back to reading his book like, wow, all right, okay.
Takes a swig of his fucking whiskey jar sitting next to him.
Yep.
Or A's with us.
Greckles is gonna be kind of curious. Is Mike Crank approachable?
I mean, he's walking. You can approach him if you want.
Mike Crank, run diagnosis. Man, what are those words that the Silver Kobold should run? Diagnostic memory bank of Alavast. He's trying to see how much.
Bank of Alavast. Occupants equal 2,000 individuals. Grown steady 5,000 over years. Last. Reassessing documentation. Artemis resides, Middle Arcana District. Growth substantial, double by prediction in year 3.
All right. Run diagnostic memory bank Brork.
Brork, Bronzefang, Captain, City Guard. Member, Tracadia, Order of Avon Paladins.
He's been promoted.
Mike Crank has been promoted.
No, you're not taking Brork's job. Fuck off.
Mike Crank.
Mike Crank, new commander. Kill.
My. Hang on. Let me see if this will work. Does Mike Crank count as a creature?
He is a construct, which is a creature, yes.
Okay. I will cast message on him.
Okay.
Oh god.
Might crank.
Yes, Sky voice.
No. Who is on the Alavast City Council?
1 second, let me grab my notes here real fast.
I love how now it's being done wirelessly.
Yeah,
No,
we're also
I'm-
doing the
I'm-
robot talk, by the way.
Yeah, I'm doing it so I'm the only one that will hear him.
Oh god. Unless he just talks out loud.
The council consists of Isla Boughton, Artemis, my creator, Belfer Boughton, my commander, Bork Bronzefang, Edward Inrobso, Hammernar, Eos, Josa Muharad, Scott Karlrek, Vincent Strawman, Aratilfa Leavalor, Gunther Bladebrace, Sionia Orikian, Wuyax Drumpho Kumudriath, Luxil Veth, Brothak Thunderbraids.
And he just keeps prattling on names. Like, it literally, he keeps prattling on a
Jeez.
ton of names. There's about probably 30 names he prattles on with.
All names we've heard before, I'm assuming.
Yes, there are obviously names missing. And there's also names on there of people who are dead. Specifically, Josa Muharad, who you found out was the Arcanoloth, as well as Artemis, who is dead. And Sully is
Yeah,
not
he
mentioned
was-
once. So
He was a wood elf that represented the almond clergy.
he's on that list. Hosrod is not on that list, and neither is Sully. So,
Okay.
but everybody else is
Other than that, it's the exact same.
yeah, pretty much the exact same for the most part.
keep all right, well, keep those memories. Partition new memories for updated list.
Relay updated list.
We will when we reach our destination.
Confirming.
All right, well, let's get this boy on over. And any guard who like gives a shit, just like, bro, listen, we just gotta get him to fucking Bronzefang on the double. Come on.
Most people know you. At one point, you actually watch as like a group turn the corner in the Middle Arcana district, or the Middle Arcana, the Middle General District, and you actually see Kay, the captain of the Middle District, and she kind of turns the corner in a hurried sense, and she kind of goes, it's just them. And they're like, all the other guards are like, but this is a giant. It's like, don't worry about it. And they're like, Kay, okay. And they just kind of leave. And she kind of gives you like a wave, like, oh, you rapscallions up to your nonsense again. She's pretty used to your guys' antics at this point.
You just salute back at her, just like, thank you.
Hey, hope things are well. Hope you
they're-
haven't been. Hope
Oh,
none of
they're
you been
going.
hope none of you been replaced with demons or whatever. All right, bye. Starts running.
Yeah, just like our pace hastens.
Man, we really did not have a great relationship with that woman.
Say that about a lot of people here.
But we're heroes. Haha.
You guys make your way up to the High Council District and make your way up to the Avon Temple. He doesn't go into the Avon Temple. He will destroy things, so he's going to stay outside.
Stand by. Stand
You
by.
stay, we go. No following.
Confirm. No following. Designator.
Should one of
Now
us
that I
stay
got
with
that
him?
one out of the way.
I'll
Okay.
stay with them.
Besides you.
Mike Crank, stand by. Await further instruction.
Confirming. Standing by. Awaiting further instruction.
Okay. Now we should be fine. Brock, where the fuck are you?
You watch as one of the Avon Paladins who's been guarding the door kind of like just opens up the door and goes, Brark! Those Unexpectables guys brought weird shit again.
Dad.
Brark! You guys,
Nathan's screaming with his leaf again.
you You guys wait about 15 minutes, and eventually Brooke emerges. And as you guys are standing there, Mike Crank had a statue of him. Seemed a little redundant. As the time goes by, more and more pigeons land on top of him in varying degrees.
They remember.
How
There's
oblong
one-
are these fucking pigeons?
They're in varying degrees of weird, but they're a little bit more mild in their weirdness. There is one pigeon that kind of looks like a normal pigeon, and you're like, oh my god, there it is. They really do exist. And as it goes to land on Mike Craig, it like lands vertically, like it just defies gravity and just lands sideways on him and sits walks up and down him like it's normal.
I was half expecting like it to make the fucking like Mario Paint moon sound when it lands on him.
But eventually, running out, clearly probably in the middle of training, as it is kind of in the afternoon, Brooke, he's not wearing his armor. He's just wearing like kind of like a nice linen, like sweaty linen shirt. Hair is kind of mussed a little bit. Beard's a little off. Baggy pants with some greaves on it. And he kind of is like got a training sword at one side. And he kind of gallops, goes, okay. When they said weird, they were not kidding. Hello, Mike Crank. And hello, you guys. Is he safe, or is he gonna?
No, he's safe and online.
He's safe.
Oh.
Yeah.
We just have him. We are running us as his directive right now.
Right. Okay. I don't know how these constructs work, so your knowledge of it is probably better than mine. And considering you have him, and he points towards Log, and Log's like, "Hi!" And Log has one singular pigeon on top of him. He kind of turns back and goes, I know this might sound extremely anxiety-inducing, but I think out of everyone in the entire city, he's in the best possible hands.
Aye. Well, we just wanted to keep you abreast of the fact that a savior from long past history has returned.
No, I imagine you had quite a few people staring at them. It's a bit shameful that Balfour Belton isn't here at the moment. He's currently to the east. I'm sure he would love to see one of his most decorated soldiers, apart from Remus Corbeau, of course. He kind of gives you a bit of a side glance and a smile, Remy.
Just war flashbacks.
Literal War flashbacks. Okay, well,
we're still making our preparations before we head out, but we now have Mike Rank operational. We can keep him near the Sweet Dragon, at least in the lower district. He might not do too much harm? Question mark.
Sounds good. As you guys are he's kind of giving my like conversation, like, how did you do it? How did this work? As you guys are having this conversation, you watch as someone rushes towards Brooke, like really, really fast. It goes, Captain Bronzefang, and you watch as he turns around and goes, it's he kind of looks over and he sees all you, this messenger. It appears to be a wood elf, kind of younger guy, really thin in the face and kind of like arms are a little too long. But he seems very quick and he seems very gaspy a bit. And Brooke kind of looks over a bit concerned and goes, what is it? And he's just like, private message for you, sir. And Brooke kind of narrows his eyes and goes, how private? And he goes, it's from the recon party to the east. He kind of looks over.
Message for you, Sam.
He reaches out and he takes it and he opens up and goes, thank you, sir. And the messenger actually kind of stands there. And you watch as he opens it up and he reads it and he goes, that does not bode well. And you watch as he folds up the letter. Send a message to Vincent. Tell him I'll have a few more men for him if he needs them. We can probably... God, he's on a date right now. We'll get the lower city guard to release some men that we could use, and tell him we'll send reinforcements as soon as we can. Thank you. And he hands off the letter, and the messenger goes, thank you, sir, and runs off. And you watch as Brooke turns over, and who was at first kind of casual, wow, this is crazy. You can see the stern sort of seriousness to his face. He goes, how soon are you leaving?
Look back to everyone else. Do we have any other affairs that need to be in order? I have but one, but I'm ready for the end game at this point.
I'm ready.
Got one, but I'm outweighed, and
I turn to Brork. a few days' time, at most 3.
Good. I just got a message from Vincent Strauman. He is the leader of the USPA clergy. We just encountered a vessel, a shipment vessel, set ablaze as a message to us. Bit of a foreboding telling.
They're coming.
He nods slowly.
Mhm.
It's a threat, but we're prepared.
They call themselves holy men.
It's insane.
Alright, then there's not a moment to lose. We get our affairs in order and we leave quicker than we expect.
If you need any supplies, let us know. We're a bit stretched thin at the moment, but what you're doing, I think, is very important and could mark a great assistance in the battles ahead.
We won't let you down, Brork. He gives Brork like the most like determined, stern stare he could possibly give.
He kind of nods. Good luck, and don't die. And he turns back into the temple. And Mike Crank, very nice meeting you.
Captain,
Yes,
how far out are they?
probably a week's out in vessel travel from Canary's Perch. That's where they found the vessel, at least. Pirates don't set goods ablaze like that.
Understood.
And he turns without another word and disappears.
Alright, well, let's get Mike Crank back over to the Sweet Dragon.
As you bring him into the tavern, you have to he has to fold completely 90-degree angle and then kind of shuffle in through the door. And he stands near the door and you watch as Helga looks up and goes, "Oh, good, new hat rack. I like it."
He won't be
So-
staying long.
So, what other affairs do you guys need to get taken care of?
I need to have a small chat with the Orthoc Temple.
Right. Anything else?
Beyond that, simple goodbyes. And a bit of confidence from those that we'll see each other again. But beyond that, my bow's at the ready.
Panic?
I've just got a couple of things. I want to talk to Helena about something, and I'll probably leave town for a couple of days, but after that, I'll be ready.
Remy?
I need to get something from home.
I'm actually kind of envious of all of you. There's nothing really left for me to do, but I'm ready to defend the city with my life.
Okay. Task. As you make your way to the Orthoc Temple and you're met with Athena, you inquire what you wish to inquire. And I think Athena thinks hard on it and looks towards you. You are my friend. Task of the Red Scale. Hero of Alavast and Slayer of Darkus. You have a place here. To what title it owes you, I would hope it carries no weight more than the presence you give here. You are a friend, and you are welcome in our doors, always.
I claim no title, Athena. I only wish to make myself useful.
You are. In doing what it is that you set out to do, you've protected us all. She takes off her holy symbol and she hands it to you.
Are you certain?
Yes. Take it with you.
I've seldom prayed before. I take it in my hand. I don't know how to, but I'll make the attempt.
If you do not return, and you break Nuragan's heart, I will kill you. She kind of gives you
trust
this toothy smile, kind of joking with you.
Task grins. Oh, get in line. There's a white scale kobold who would probably be the first one to do so.
A white scale kobold.
Yes, Winter, my... what's the human word? Fiance?
Oh.
Aye. When all this is said and done, a proper wedding's in order.
Well, just so happens we have a great venue for weddings.
I'd be honored if it was here.
We'd be honored if it was here too.
I can't, like, obviously fucking hug her because I'm fucking short, but I go for it anyway.
Yeah, you do. So you kind of hug her legs and she kind of like squats down and gives you a hug back.
Hell yeah.
May you be humbled, Task.
Thank you, Athena. I'll do my damnedest to return. And with that, we could do it's obviously for brevity, but hang out with Winter for as long as possible.
Okay. You spend some time with Winter and with Tarisk as well. Yep. The three of you.
Oh, Monty. Sorry. I don't have much in the way of NPCs to talk to, but I'd love to hit that training hall for a couple days.
Absolutely. You sharpen your blades and you practice your moves, remembering all your time in the elemental planes. Learning how to move better with your wings as well. It's tricky. 6 limbs is definitely weird. You don't know how Task does it with 5. So odd.
Ambidextrous, my dude.
Sorry. Remy, you make your way home to your mother.
Is she actually home?
Yeah, she's currently working inside. It seems like she's working in a book of some sort and has a Morton pestle on the other side. She doesn't look up at you as you enter inside. She's pretty used to your kind of coming and going as you've,
Remy is going to head directly to his room if nobody stops him. He's going to make his way past all the decorations on the wall and as lavishly as you can live in essentially a refugee town. And he is going to make his way towards what can best be described as a large cabinet made of pure wood. And he is going to open up the big double doors, if you can imagine, places where you would hang your clothes. The problem is there's only one article of clothing in here. And he is going to open it up to reveal a very, very nice-looking suit of armor. It is decked out in a combination of black, gold, and purple. And he is going to blow some dust off of it. And he is actually, is Lucio home?
It's your brother, right?
Yes.
He is, yeah, he is. He's currently going through the pantry and you can hear his mom. You can hear your mom squawking at him a little bit.
Lucio.
Yes.
I have a favor to ask you.
Always with the favors. Very well. What do you need?
Would you come in here, please?
Are you decent?
Yes, I'm decent.
He opens up and he enters inside.
He will see the suit of armor, and for perspective, Remy hasn't looked or opened this cabinet since they came to Alavast. Lucio will know that he hasn't worn it since they got to the city. I need you to get this battle ready as soon as possible.
You just stand there and you look at him and you say that?
Mm-hmm.
Remus, what's going on?
I'm going to the Feywilds. And the city is about to be ambushed. I'm not making the same mistake twice. We're not running again. Can you get this ready or not?
I can. He walks over and he takes it from you.
appreciate it.
Quietly goes downstairs.
And Remy is going to close up the cabinet. And he is going to try to get out without saying any more words. But if anybody stops him, he'll talk to them.
Okay. Panic. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to find Helena again.
Okay, roll a perception check.
12.
Oh, come on. Oh, and with disadvantage because of the armor. Okay. As you
stealth from me.
No, it's just in general, her presence,
Oh.
because she's wearing armor. As you make your way through, interweaving in the lower districts, you do see Helena currently walking. It looks like she is grocery shopping, actually, and she's kind of like picking through some potatoes at the end of the day. She looks pretty tired, but she's just kind of like picking up potatoes and putting in and counting out coins in her hand and handing it off to a halfling farmer who seems very happy to have a last few minute customers. She kind of picks up and shoulders a smaller bag, and she kind of turns around and keeps moving. Do you make your presence known, or are you hiding?
Last time I talked to her, I drew a lot of attention, so I'll be a bit more subtle this time. I'll cast a message on her if I'm close enough.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
I'll just be like, "Hey, it's Panic. I know you must be busy, but when you get some time, I'd like to clear the air. If that's okay."
She kind of stops in her place. Roll a persuasion check.
22?
Wahoo.
If she looks around for me, I'll wave at her.
You get the sense that she thinks it's a sending spell, because that's what she knows that you use at a distance. She actually doesn't know you can use message. She can respond with message, correct?
Yeah, she can respond. It's 25 words as well, but
Okay.
yes.
Sure. Let's meet up at the statue of the war captain in the garden area, general district, crafting. That one.
I'll message her back. Sounds good. I'll meet you there in a bit.
When she gets a second message, she seems confused because she's like, "You can't do this more than once a day."
Yeah.
Okay, you can cast sending.
It's like a baby version of sending. It's a cantrip.
She has no idea what message is. She rolled a natural one.
Message a cleric spell?
Wait a
Don't
minute.
think so.
Wait a minute. I'm on Verizon.
It is
He's
not,
on
no.
T-Mobile.
She can't learn it.
She can't learn it, so she has no idea what message is as a spell at all in concept. But you see her kind of like almost roll an insight check because she doesn't know you're there. She didn't notice you.
Damn it. How? I'm loud as fuck. Insight.
This girl is rolling so bad, dude.
20.
She has not rolled above a 7 this entire
Damn.
time. Die hard dice, what the fuck? She has this feeling like she looks nervous for obvious reasons. She doesn't look like scared, like she's gonna get her kidney taken or anything like that. But there is a sense of trepidation and like kind of a walk to the principal's office sort of vibe.
I'll message her again. Do you want anything to eat or drink while we're there? My treat.
You watch as she looks down at like the potatoes she just bought. Something small. Just drink. No alcohol.
I sort of chuckle a little bit in my message back. Okay, sure. I'll get you some tea.
Okay. And she makes her way and disappears out of sight to the statue. You collect some tea, some cold barley tea, or do you want warm tea? What do you want?
Look at some warm stuff. I'll just, yeah.
Okay, you buy some from a actually surprisingly another tiefling, who gives it to you.
A tea fling, huh?
I didn't realize that's a joke. My bad. Oops, but oh well.
No, you can use that. You should totally go with that branding.
Sure, absolutely. Tiefling, that's what it's called.
Excellent.
Throws a bag of tea at someone. Have some of our product.
Have a free sample. Throws a tea bag at you. All right. You have 2 cups of tea that are like in these nice little wooden cups. And as you make your way over, you see Helena currently like going through the potatoes and just kind of cleaning the little spuds off of them.
Hey there.
Hi.
I'll walk on over and I'll hand her tea.
Thanks. She takes it. I'm sorry about last time we talked.
No. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have put you on the spot like that in front of everyone. I know you don't really like crowds or big grand gestures and stuff like that, and that was my fault. I should have thought. Yeah, that's on me.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna. Oh, I was. If she starts talking, I'll clam up.
No. You go ahead.
You said a couple of things that was lumping a lot of stuff on you, and I didn't mean it to come across like that. And you know how it is. Again, that was my bad.
She kind of brings the tea up to her face. You can see the eyes are a little bit like recalling the events. You can just see the stress there, and she's just like, "Yeah, that kind of freaked me out a lot. I haven't really done that much, really. I mean, when you look at it, at least not that I've noticed. So
I'm sorry. That was foolish of me. I shouldn't have done that. I guess I just got kind of overly excited. I suppose for starters, how have you been doing lately?
I've been pretty busy. I like the new job. I have a home now. It's a little home, but it's nice.
I heard you're doing some pretty good work.
Lady Soliandris is pretty happy with me.
And what about you? You like your new position?
You watch as the tea kind of lowers. We're going to war, aren't we?
I'm afraid so.
And I don't know which we I am in that equation. I don't know if I'm going to see my family again. I don't know a lot of things, Panic. A lot of things.
I wish I had answers to give you, but I think maybe we're working to make things
not be that dire. I think you'll be able to see your parents again. I really do. I know this really can't be easy for you, but I'll, you know, sorry, I hear meowing in the background.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine. Fuck, I'm just trying to think of what I want to say here.
There's a really long, awkward silence, and there's like carriages going by. You guys are kind of in a more reclusive part of the city.
Yeah.
As this conversation is happening, we pan to like Remy observing Lucio working on the armor, and Grekel's balancing on top of one of the training apparatuses, just kind of honing in with Todd and Nick, and Task you walking and looking up the attic with Winter. I don't know how to love you.
He looks up and his eyes are like dish plates.
I want to, but I don't know how.
For a long time, I didn't know if I could even love. And then I met you. And at first it started out like simple, friendly, platonic, but it's grown so much. And I want to have a life with you. And I want to perhaps have children in the future. And I want to see the world. And I want to help you see your parents again. I don't know how this is going to work either. But I'm willing to try if you are. And I know people who can help us.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
$12.
Oh.
Has it been a day? Could I get my
Nope.
inspiration back?
No,
Fuck.
that's your roll. Helena kind of steps forward and she goes, if I stay with you in that way, I can never go back home. I have to make a choice between what I know and you, what I don't know. And it's very hard. And every day I'm trying. But some days I step back. She kind of reaches out her hand towards you.
I'll reach out and I'll take your hand.
Just give me 1 second. I will be right back.
Okay. a 5 roll 20.
Yeah, I'm feeling that because that's basically the same roll that I got when I had my chance.
Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah, I'll reach out and I'll take her hand when she extends hers.
Yeah, she takes your hand, and it's not like a really hard hand. Like she grabs, like she takes a couple fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of holds his fingers really hard, and she kind of looks and she goes, "I'm not ready."
He nods and closes his eyes.
I'm too scared,
understand.
and I'm not ready. But I want you in my life, and you've been so nice to me. I thought you were gonna kill me the first time I met you.
It's been a long time since then. We've both grown.
I need a little more grow. I need a little more growing. Just a little bit more, I think.
I understand.
And you're not mad?
No. Of course not.
She gives you a hug. Just like really strong hug.
I never knew this could feel so warm.
You're very pokey.
Yeah.
I think it's mostly just you watch as she shakes her head, and you can feel it now. Her head was underneath your beard, kind of your chin.
Well,
It's just kind of like
sorry.
It's okay. I'm not used to it. Ow. Do you want food? I can cook. And she holds up one of the potatoes.
Sure. Yeah. I can help.
Okay. Let's
All right.
I'll show you my place.
Sure.
Okay. And she takes you, and she's got a very dinky little, like, above a blacksmith sort of little apartment building. It's cute. It's got like a little kitchen and living space.
She's in a studio.
In a little tiny studio, yeah. It's better than Willow's. Like, you remember where Willow used to live before joining you guys. Like, she was in an unlocked tiny little closet space. This is much more spacious. There's a like a sleeping area. And as you go in, she's like, "Oh, don't look in there," and she like cleans up a bunch of a mess. There's a little kitchen area and like a little desk, and that's about all there is in there. It doesn't look like she has a whole lot of possessions either. There are some posters on the wall. There's Scratch and Zarv, and she's actually got the poster from your concert as well. And a few other ones all pasted around. And you guys cook. You guys just wash some potatoes and you slice them up, and she does like a scalloped potato sort of food, and you guys just kind of talk, and she shows you this cool flute that she got. And it's a nice little moment. And she talks about the dwarves who are rebuilding the temple and how one of them is like really good at catching knives, and like they got in a fight with a bunch of other dwarves and one of them threw a knife at him, and like no one else messes with him now because he caught the knife. All these really weird random stories, and eventually you make your way back if there's anything, unless there's anything else you wish to do.
No, I mean whenever it's time to go, Panic will leave, but he'll
She does stop you, and because I'm sure you talk about you leaving.
Yeah.
And she kind of catches your arm on your way out, just your sleeve, and she kind of stops you, and she goes, "Panic.
Yes, Helena.
Come back safe, okay?"
I'll sort of reach out for her hand again. Give it a little squeeze if she reciprocates.
Mm-hmm.
I, Panic Grimtongue, do solemnly swear that I will return. cross my heart and hope to live. I'll come back.
Okay. She lets go of your hand.
Thanks for the dinner.
Thanks for helping.
I'll see you later.
Gently. I'll see you soon.
Mm-hmm.
She closes the door.
Panic sort of takes a few steps, looks up into the sky. Not you.
He looks up into the sky. Takes a big breath. Smile crosses his face, and he keeps walking. That isn't the only thing he wanted to do, but I don't want to hog the spotlight.
As night encroaches, do you guys wish to meet with Edward and Robso?
Sure. Yeah.
You guys want to ask some questions about the Feywild?
Yep.
All right. Remy as well.
If they need me there, yeah.
I want you there because you don't like him.
Okay. All right, I'm in. I was not expecting that, but I'm in.
There
Join us, Remy.
You're going there.
Okay.
You hate him, you're going. I'm sorry.
I don't understand how that works.
Think of it as critical mission intel.
Sure.
Critical mission. I don't like you. Ah, the most critical of info.
In my defense, that's an in-game thing, not an above-game thing. I think it's a great character above game. I don't know if that.
Yeah,
matters
that's
or not.
precisely why I want you there.
Uh-huh.
All right. As you guys make your way into the Nerasman Collective at night, you can see as you walk in, it's fairly scarce. There's one or two students, and you just feel their pain. You see one student currently with like 10 books, and you can tell like they were not paying attention in class. They're just like they're just like gasping and like working with a quill. There's another student who appears to have a flask in one hand, and their head's just down on the desk, and there's just piles of papers everywhere. There is one or two students that appear to be just actually awake and are just like looking through books or reading, but beyond that, it is scarce in here. The classrooms are empty, and yeah. You guys just make your way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
All right. As you guys make your way up, the door opens automatically near his office. Just gently opens up. And inside you can see Edward or Rob, so eyes closed, just writing on his desk. Ah, if it isn't the Unexpectables. And for the first time, I wasn't expecting you. He kind of takes the quill and places it in the holder. To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's what we're good at.
Well, we're looking for some scarce information.
Scarce information. Well, he kind of stands up. I may not be in cahoots with the God of Secrets, but I'm sure I could assist you in some way. After all, I do owe you for favors rendered.
We are attempting to enter the Feywilds through Florida Mort. We know there's a gate within him somewhere.
Everybody but Greckles roll insight checks.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's
Well-
kind of. Isn't that shit only we knew?
Oh god.
That's a
I-
15.
Have swapped d20s
21.
twice tonight,
Edward and Robso can kiss Remy's ass.
and I have not rolled above a 10.
Welcome to
Die
our
Hard
world.
Dice. Die Hard Dice. Why has the power of Roll20 channeled into me? Why must I bear this burden so? Okay. Panic and Remy. Unfortunately, Task, you don't succeed because he has bonuses, even though he rolled
Yeah.
really garbagey. As this conversation is happening, Tass, you're keeping your eyes on the shadows, which are moving on the walls as just keeping an eye on them.
Oh, great, yeah.
When
Oh, you
Greckle says Feywild, you see a mild twitch to the eye, just mild. And it's more of like it's not so much like he's annoyed or scared. It's more of just like, ooh, like that sort of like, that's not quite what I was expecting. And as you finish speaking, Greckles, he kind of turns over and he goes, the Feywild.
Yeah.
There's been very interesting histories revolving around the Feywild, but all of it is, in a way, secondhand. As I'm sure you're aware. And he sits down on his desk. As I'm sure you're aware, the elves of old retreated from the Feywild for some reason. Makes you wonder why. Was there anything in particular you were searching for?
Looks over to Panic.
Well, we know there's a gateway.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know where, and we don't know what it consists of.
I
And
see.
yeah, there are a few things that we could probably do, but this is a very dangerous and tricky situation, and preferably the more concrete evidence we have before going in, the better everyone will be.
We've unfortunately were able to take care of the part of defense, but observation, that we lack.
He runs a hand through his like little kind of chin beard, and he kind of thinks for a while. You watch as he stands up and begins to walk over. And as he walks over to a wall, you watch as the wall actually flips and a bookshelf appears. Just like you ever see like the Scooby-Doo door opening?
Mm-hmm.
And you watch as he goes up to a book and just gently plucks it and kind of begins to flip through it.
It's old man Jenkins getting the Spanish doubloons.
Ooh. A gate. What was the gate made out of?
I might have that.
Let us consult the notes.
Yes, because you guys had a vision, if you recall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, that's right.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. That's the one thing I didn't write down.
I don't know if I could have sworn I did.
Dicks,
Sounded
of
like-
course. It literally
wasn't-
what I didn't write.
It wasn't porcelain, was it?
It looked kind of porcelainy.
Looked kind of like porcelain.
I do have a spell that could help you, but I would need a piece of whatever it is you're going to.
Ooh. Man.
Panic thinks for a minute. And I summon Catharsis.
Task summons Epoch.
Greckles will summon Kai.
Intriguing. I remember those items in such a tense meeting we had with Icarus.
Right. Don't know if... I'm not sure if this would be the same thing. We do
Well.
have one other thing that... Task.
Task, like, just like before he looks over to Edward. We have an item that could make this simple, could simplify all things, but you have to understand the attachment to this and to us as a whole is kind of runs very, very deep. Losing this would be catastrophic.
You watch as he looks towards the shadows on the wall that seem kind of quizzical about what you're talking about.
Before
He's
I
going
show
to-
you this, you must.
He's going to
understand.
incite you really quickly, Task, before you continue, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not hiding anything.
Oh my god, there we go. Good fucking roll, Jesus. And his wisdom's pretty good. He kind of looks to you and he realizes probably the gravity of what you're seeing. You can almost feel Task. I'm assuming you're talking about Liza's mask.
Yes.
You can feel Liza's mask shaking in the presence of these shadows on the wall. And you can see Edward in a way. It's almost like this three-way tug of war. And Edward goes, I would keep such important objects close to your breast. But if you think that
could
such
I-
an object would work, yeah, go ahead.
Could I try something stupid?
Sure.
Detecting magic, would I be able to sense if these are like magic beings or if they are creatures?
Hit detect magic if you want to cast it, and we can read and see what it would do.
For the duration you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you, you sense magic in this way. You can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object.
You do see a visible aura around a lot of the shadows. I would say something like a paladin's divine sense would be probably more akin to what you're looking for here, arguably.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, you do get a sense
I'm
of
not
that they're
able-
clearly magical things, but you don't really know
How-
exactly.
How many of them are there in this room?
Count
with us
about,
right now?
I'm going to say probably about 13 to 14 of them individually. in the room.
Shit.
There's a lot in here, yeah.
Well, that's more than I can take care of.
Edward kind of turns and as he kind of clasps the book, you watch as a scroll appears, just apparates in front of him, and he takes it and he puts the book on the shelf and it flips back and he walks over to you, Task, and he hands you a little scroll. If you're lucky enough and this works, this is a spell called Find the Path.
I take the scroll.
Oh.
Consider that payment for services rendered. In terms of information about the Feywild, I've heard stories, and that's the best information I can provide if it interests you.
It's better than nothing.
Absolutely.
Please note that my hesitance towards giving you as much information as possible is not something I wish to actually do.
I understand. If you're traversing to the Feywild, pick a god and please pray heavily. And he smiles, this very big smile. Not in like a mean way, but just like a, oh boy, you got a big storm coming.
Honey, you got a big storm coming.
To my knowledge, in reading, the Feywild contains horrors that the Hells would be jealous of.
Oh, I can learn Find the Path.
Worst of all, is navigating the Feywild, I hear, is near impossible. Which is probably why we have very few accounts of what it actually is like from people who have not come from there originally.
This is a foolish question, but maybe it'll garner me a foolish answer. We're speaking of doom and gloom, but is there no light in the Fey realm? Is there nothing that could lighten the load of this? No allies whatsoever?
I'm sure you could find allies. But whether or not a person's an ally or an enemy might be difficult to determine in such a place.
We've met a couple of fey creatures, and they were...
Of their own agenda?
Yeah, pretty sporadic when it came to dealing with us.
There is whispers of one thing. Historical tomes that we found within the city of Alavast itself and the surrounding landscape. Whispers of an entity called the Forest King. At first we thought that it was that forest, Fleur de Mort, but it seems to be a separate entity. Perhaps this Forest King resides in the Feywild or near it.
And would this Forest King be benevolent or malevolent?
That's the funny thing about gods, Master Greckles. Their pleasure and their wrath often look quite the same.
Is there nothing we can barter with them with?
Who knows? I wish I could be of more help, honestly, I do. I will say this, your greatest enemy will be navigation. Based off what we heard from creatures, that navigation is merely happenstance. If you move south, you won't be moving south. You move south. If you move east, you might be moving north. If you move up, you might be going down. Like I said, a strange hellscape for some.
This spell you've given us, I think I can learn it as well. So I think we'll have navigation down pat.
Very well. I'll take my scroll back then if you don't want it.
I mean,
We use it for him to learn it, is the question.
well, we could probably use it. I mean,
If something happens and we're in dire straits.
Yeah, I was about to say, if we end up getting split and one of us is navigationally challenged, this is probably going to save someone's life.
Very well.
Yep. Yep. And also, I will need to go find some more spell components. Hooray.
Yay! Late game casters.
We can easily enough talk to individuals who offer their service. Panic, it shouldn't be a huge deal.
Probably. Something we'll do off screen.
What do you mean
What?
screen?
What?
What?
Another ghost possessed me just now.
I really truly wish I could be of more use to you. Hopefully this helps, and all I can warn you with is that it's not as whimsical as the fairy tales like to make it out to be, based on what I've learned.
Well, we might have a couple of allies on the inside if they did indeed make it back there.
Is it
Suppose
is
we'll have
it
to
mo-
look?
Is it more of a constantly getting lost and frustrated, or assailed by horrible enemies?
Probably both.
Great.
Well,
that's
if there's one thing I know
guess.
about fairy magic, it's that they like to use a lot of enchantment. Fortunately, my particular skill set is helpful for that.
There may be something else we're not considering here. Going in, like, obviously it's going to have its own challenge for the fact that we have to venture through Florida more to get to it. What about our exit strategy?
Well, I can, like I said, I can find the path, and we can go back to the gate.
Okay. I'm just reaching avenues here. Like,
Right.
because no matter what plan we make, based on what everyone's talking about this place, it's never gonna work.
Well, once we're inside, and granted that we get our goal accomplished, I think we'll have a pretty powerful ally as well.
I suppose so.
We'll figure something out. We always do.
Yeah.
What do you prefer? Edward says, as he stands kind of there cross-armed. Honesty or comfort?
Honesty.
Honesty.
Not a soul I have ever met has returned from the Feywild.
Has any soul ventured all 4 material planes and come back?
Oh, certainly, yes.
Ah, damn it.
Well, it's not like those are the only planes we've ever visited. We'll find a way.
Of course we will.
Good luck. We're counting on you.
Thanks.
Aye.
He goes back and sits down at his desk, and you guys leave.
Yep.
Mhm.
Tools in tow. Final preparations. And as you guys walk back into the tavern, Mike Crank is covered in hats.
Good.
You guys sleep, prepare the necessary spells, sharpen your weapons, polish your armor, and are ready to set out to Fleur de Mort and the secrets that lie within that ravenous forest. And that is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
All right.
Next
Oh
week,
man.
we're setting out to the Feywild.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
We're going to
boy.
Eldridge Land. Bye, Austin.
Bye,
Bye,
Austin.
Bye,
Austin.
Austin.
Oh boy. Happy release.
176. Nearly 200 episodes of this.
Yeah.
And I think we're only what, an eighth as far as One Piece.
Damn it! Don't give me goals, Gaijin.
Too late.
By the way, I'm just gonna ask this briefly and out of game, and just at the beginning. You guys want to taking the lizard hounds with Mike Crank being ferried by the dragon?
I mean, I don't know what else we can do.
Yeah, I think our lizard hounds are
'Cause you guys are gonna have to consider the trek you're gonna have to make, because the last time I went to Fleur de Mort, you had the Updraft Valley, you had the Oasis pools and the horse fields, then you had the war zone, and then you had Fleur. So
Okay,
there's
I'm
quite-
gonna say we skip the
I think-
middleman and just use the griffins. Can we ask the griffins to
Yeah, I
ferry
was
us?
about to say.
If we
That is up to Remy, because Remy is a member of the Griffin Riders. So
take, I need to get some more spell components anyway, so I'll go ahead and pitch that if we take the lizard hounds there and we send them back, provided they're trained that well, if we get in and get out, I can get us home instantly.
Hey, here's another thing too. If we need to hire some people to get us in quickly, or a loft or whatever, I have 30 grand kicking around to make that happen.
Fucking rich.
Well, I don't have people. Look. Greckles doesn't have a life, so he has a lot of money. So
I just want to ask this out of character because it's more of a
Caster,
logistics thing.
I suggest we go via flying by griffin, but like you said, that's a Remy decision.
Yeah, well, it's just more like, Remy, are you cool with that? Bringing Volo and whatnot. But obviously, Avery can take Volo if necessary, if you guys are going into deeper territory.
I mean, could Volo carry everybody?
I mean, he can't carry everybody, but you could have Avery and, everybody else actually ferry you over there like you guys had ridden the first time. So, Winter can take Task, Gregory can take, Greckles, and Avery will definitely take Panic.
Yeah, I mean, that can work if you guys want to ferry over there.
Okay.
I freaking love this. I'm seeing people in chat get a girlfriend bird. He tried, all right. She said
Yeah,
no, and
Greckle-
he's gonna respect her for that.
Yeah, guys, stop. it.
Jeez, respect Whammon.
Yeah, jerks.
Woman.
Inappropriate. God,
All right,
Bosco,
well,
you're just a ray of sunshine tonight, Bosco.
it's just disappointing.
Darkness imprisoning me. All that I see, absolute horror.
I'm having a good time.
That was a fun
doing pretty
session.
good, yeah.
That was a really fun
Yeah,
session.
I had
Yeah,
a
next
great
week.
time. I thought that was really
Next
good.
week we're
Yeah, that was solid.
So any last minute prep, just message me, let me know, and then we can
We could do
we're
it
setting
off-
out.
So we're setting off on the trail, so nothing at the start of the session.
We're gonna start with you guys on the trail, yeah.
Okay.
So
I mean, I got
Yeah.
the
I have-
scroll,
I have
got the
some-
mask.
I have some stuff I have to do off screen, so I'll send you information.
absolutely do so.
And I also have Athena's holy symbol. I don't know if that'll mean dick for squat, but hey, it's there. I like it.
oh, jeez.
Welcome to the club, Greg Scott 2.
Yeah, there's a lot
Yep.
of shit. There's a lot of shit that we need to do
Other
before
thing
heading in here.
Other
can do
thing
it.
too, rations. Don't forget, you also need to consider your rations as well. Anything else regarding that?
Rations for days.
I have 20 ration.
Now here's my
How much
question.
do I
once,
have?
Once we get to the Feywilds, is Volo cool to come along, or do I have to send him back with?
I would not take him into that forest. He could be a very huge liability.
Okay, well, that's a
Or a
shame.
meal.
Yeah.
Couldn't we also be a meal?
Oh,
Yeah, but we have smarts and magic.
Dude, listen. Do you want
How
to see Volo
fucking
get
dare-
smashed?
how
shit.
dare you?
Hang on.
What?
I'm sorry. I just remembered a spell scroll that I have that will probably be pretty helpful for us.
Mm-hmm. Want
You'll
to share with
find
the
out.
class?
You'll find out.
Oh, great. I love those words coming out of a player's mouth. I mean, you could take Volo. I think he could get fucked up very quickly if he's caught out. Like, that's the only reason why I'm hesitant.
Do you really want to see Volo get fucking downbeat by a piranha plant?
I feel bad. We're a team, and
I mean, you can take him. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying I would advise against it. But if you want to take him, like 100%, like I'm
I
willing
mean,
to
I don't really want to
that.
take Taylor, and they get to bring their pigeon pet, so I just figure it's
Yeah, but they're expendable.
They're not a pet. They're also like a pretty high level.
No, they're abominations,
druid.
Bosco. Come on.
they are.
Someone asked me,
What
they're
was
just
this?
like, can Tass talk to the pigeons in Alavas with that necklace?
Why
And I'm
would
like, no.
he?
They're technically monstrosities, which is horrible to think about.
But also, it's not the same as bringing your dog. It's like bringing your attack German Shepherd. Like, come on. It's like it's a team thing.
It's
Yeah,
it's
bring
those
Volo,
it's
bring
like
Volo.
No.
it's like those dogs in Dragon Age Origins. It's like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah! Oh, I love dog.
Yeah, the fucking mountain beef slab of dog.
I love him so
Oh.
much.
They're huge, jacked dogs that kill the fuck out of things. Mabari hounds.
I love them.
God.
Right.
This was
So
a
I guess we
good
should
time.
probably
Yeah.
Yeah.
go
close
down
up.
the horn. Reverse order. Zito, where can they find you?
Twitch.tv/Zito, CC Backlash on Twitter, and Evering and Almanac on Patreon. And if you still ask me where I am, you don't fucking pay attention. You can find me on Twitch playing a bunch of indie games. Carts is back. I'm actually getting way more characters put into it, and it's getting a little bit easier to get into the server, but you still gotta follow the rules. So if you want to play, just follow them rules. Aloysius' Guide to Social Acceptance is still on the front page of DM's Guild, which is fucking astounding and incredible. Volume 2 will be out soon, TM, but it does bolster another 40 playable races, and I'm not certain if I'm gonna add archetypes into it this time, but I do know that I will be adding in the one supplement I made, the Asinine Armory. It's been updated, and that will also be paired in there as well. So not only do you get 40 new races, I want to say 5 new lineages, but also like 50 plus new weapons. Like straight up weapons, not like not like, oh, these are magic weapons. No, this is like, hey, have you ever wanted a fucking like do you ever want to like you know, like when Satan in any format has like a bardiche or like the little trident, like a man catcher sort of thing? Yeah, that's in there. You just get that now.
Holy shit. Excellent.
Also,
Well.
join one more thing, sorry.
Go for it.
As for new homebrew content that is not going to be on DM's Guild, join the Patreon, because if you do, I also made a cartoon race. Like, literal tunes. So, like, you know, you don't want to run a Fey run, and then out of nowhere, there's like a fucking Who Framed Roger Rabbit scenario. Yeah, I made that real. So, go to the Patreon, you'll find it. It's almost done.
All right. Monty, where can they find it? You.
You can find me at Monty Glue on Twitter. You can find me at twitch.tv/Monty Glue. Tomorrow stream, maybe. I don't know. I'll see. I'm pretty tired, honestly, but I might stream fun video game, maybe like Mario Kart again, because that's always really, really fun, and I yell a lot. Every time I'm like, it's going to be a chill Mario Kart stream, guys. Never
There's
is.
no such thing.
That's an
Never
oxymoron.
is. Never is. And then Sunday, we should be back to Miitopia, which is really, really, really fun. I really enjoy Miitopia
yeah.
a lot. I think we saved Donkey Kong and Handsome Squidward, I think was last one we did.
Holy shit.
The Dark Lord Bosco stole everyone's faces again. Thanks, Bosco. So we have to save everybody. Definitely check that out. It's a really fun time. It's such a fun game. I can't wait to keep playing it. And then this coming Friday, I'm actually going to be a judge on a glamour contest for Final Fantasy. It'll be with Brachiozoid on Brachiozoid's channel, so definitely come and check that out. I'm new to the game, so I'm going to be like, that looks cool. And they'll be like, that's so easy to get. I'll be like, it looks so cool, though. So You want to see me look at things and be like, that looks pretty. It's really fun. That's it for me.
Woo! Gaijin Goomba, we're gonna find you.
Twitch.tv/Gaijin Goomba, no H. This Saturday, our freaking very first Otaku Obon, the nerdiest traditional song and dance you've ever seen, not this side of Japan. I miss that holiday so much, so I'm replicating it in my own nerdy way. Be sure to check it out. If you were to check out any other stream, that would be the one. I'm hooking up my actual taiko and actually playing the damn thing this time. Either this Saturday or Sunday, gonna have a brand new Witch Ninja on Snake Eyes of all people. I had 17 pages of information to talk about that, lad, so we're potentially doing a two-parter. We're gonna see about that one. On that, man, I am honestly just waiting for the new expansion for Ghost of Tsushima to come out next weekend. I will be all over Iki Island, as well as some of that new multiplayer stuff. There was another thing coming out soon, but I can't remember what. But I've got just a ton of stuff to do, so yeah.
Alrighty. Oscar, where can they find you?
Here.
Indeed.
It was a little slower that time.
That's not going to be a PB.
It was a good run.
You can
Different
find
regardless.
Bosco at Bosco VA on Twitter, and you can find him at Edinburgh Bosco on Twitch. There we go.
He does the cool wrestling things.
Heard he's a voice
Yeah.
actor.
Yeah, I hear he's in a lot of stuff.
Allegedly.
Ledge. And they can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and youtube.com/distortiondevil, where I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, playing some tabletop simulator, Guilty Gear Strive, Among Us, Yakuza 4 Remastered, and probably some more Back 4 Blood this Sunday if the beta's still going on, that is. If not, we'll probably go back to more Wildermyth, because that game is fun as fuck.
Yes, it is.
And it's multiplayer as well, which has a lot of funny implications as well.
Hot damn. I didn't actually know about the multiplayer patch.
Yep. Yeah. Be sure to check out Dead House Sonata. It's the action RPG where you play as the dead to fight the living. And if you would like to know a lot more about where Dead House Sonata is going in its development, they just did a stream earlier today that's up on their Twitch and their YouTube, basically explaining their whole roadmap and ideals behind what they're planning for Dead House Sonata. There's a lot of really insane bleeding edge technology going into this game, which is really cool to see. Please go and check it out. It's a lot of fun. Be sure to click that link. Purchase yourself one of the new Founders Packs that they just rolled out as well. Actually, let me make sure this link is still good. It is. Yes. Okay. Yeah, and also check out my DM's Guild where I release 5th edition subclasses. Probably gonna be starting to roll those out a bit sooner. I've still got some things that I'm dealing with in real life that need my attention before I can focus on my extracurriculars, but yeah. Yeehaw. I think that's about it for me. I'd like to thank our lovely sponsor for this episode.
You know what? No, I don't want to thank our sponsor tonight because I rolled a lot of low numbers.
All right,
Money, the contract.
I'll thank them for rolling low enough that I at least got a decent conversation with Helena and a maybe. And
got
that's
65.
good enough. That's
better than what I did.
But you know what?
I will for me.
I'll thank Die Hard Dice for being so travel friendly and pretty and beautiful and kind of addictive and nice and high quality and affordable and pretty but not for rolling
Adjectives.
Today. Yeah, adjectives.
Descriptors.
Noun.
And if you want to pick up any of their dice and dice accessories, you can head on over to dieharddice.com. And if you use the code The Unexpectables at checkout, you can get 10% off your entire order.
They're releasing some new dice, aren't they? Some new designs?
They are releasing some new designs.
it's sort of got like a futuristic sort of steampunky look to them. I will look it up real quick. Not Die Hard the movie.
Maybe I need some new dice that don't roll that low. Maybe that's the solution I need. Cause
They're rolling out a bunch of cool new stuff. They're rolling out these really beautifully colored Avalor Enchanted Aria dice that are these like bluish green with a gold paint inside of it. Looks fantastic. They've got I repeat gay dice trays, gay dice bags.
Yay.
check them out. Use the coupon code.
Really cool Horizon Dire D20 that has like a sort of a rainbow strip and then silver around the outside of it. Really cool looking. Yeah, that's all happening over at dieharddice.com. And now for the bits and subs, which I still can't.
Oh.
Wait.
Bosco. Oh.
No.
Oh.
Bosco, do you happen to have?
Hang on.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. I'll go.
Oh, if you have access to it and you can create an invitation, you can just send that to me and I can do it.
Am I allowed to do that?
If you want
to. Yeah.
I think so.
Let me see. Let me see if I can do that.
Should just be in the top bar where it says my access, my users created invitations.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I can do that from. I think I have to be on the main. I can't be the person that wishes.
Darn.
So Monty will have to do that.
I'll have to fix that. I'm so sorry, guys. I
So
wish.
talk with Monty.
Oh God, no! Please, no.
Yeah. I know how that goes. Trust me, I've been there.
It goes okay. I just usually it's like, wait, what button do I press? Okay.
Mhm. I just need this to pop up. There we go.
Gaijin, if you need to run, no worries.
Wait, what?
No, you don't get to run. You stay right the fuck here until I am done. I will tell you when you can leave.
Okay.
Bitch, I'd love to see you try.
All right, watch. You won't leave. Flusterbone with 100 bits. Hurtful Jade with the Twitch Prime sub. Zen Lita with 300 bits that says love is dead. Roll 20 says love is dead. Windigogo with a tier 1 sub for 16 months in a row. Tia Star with a Twitch Prime sub. Magic with 100 bits. The stream. Is in.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Just me.
What?
You garbled out.
Hi, dude.
What happened?
You were cutting out.
You were cutting out.
Nice. Volk 551 with a bit. Fake creatures are tricky like devils. They like deals, but beware when they make deals. The price might not be what you expect. Like giving up 1/3 of your goodies. Congrats, you are now always dreaming the same dream. Creepy.
Yeah, it's always they alter the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
American role player, America role player with 100 bits. We got sad guitar music to play us out. Seems appropriate. Zen Little with 200 bits. I can't wait to meet the Forest King and find out he's a pug. Callum with 100 bits. Episode title, New Life. Also, great episode. Arcana with a tier 1 sub. Thank you, everyone, for such an amazing session. So excited for this next arc. Nettle Norseman with 200 bits. When will we have the Unix tie arc?
You don't think the Ty is going through an arc every time the party leaves? He's having his own adventures and stories.
They can think.
Yeah, they could.
Also, we need an episode title as well.
We sure do.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? I saw someone suggest Closure. I thought that was pretty good.
I also saw New Direction.
New Directive.
New Directive would be interesting.
Yeah, New Directive would be good.
We got a couple more. I'm sorry if Roll 28 your bits. It's liking to do that recently.
Oh, Streamlabs, yeah. Unfortunately,
we only have a couple more. So if you did them during the break and I missed them in between then and now, I apologize. Gauze with 100 bits. Monty, I brutally murdered a necromancer kobold whose best friend is also a necromancer kobold trying to reach lichdom. Zito I am both disgusted and impressed. You're hired. Now you're fired. Get out of my office.
Damn.
I'm feeling
Damn.
attacked right now.
Viridian Winter with 100 bits. Episode title: Fuck you, roll 20. Nah, that could be every episode.
That
Ace
was my.
Bounty
It was my dice this time. Roll 20 was relatively generous today. Let's
It
be
was.
fair.
It was generous to us. Ace
Mhm.
Bounty, they give her the tier 1 sub, and that will do it.
Okay. Who would we like? You know what? It's been a
Uh-oh.
while. Do we want to raid Therapod?
No.
No, actually, no. Zito had someone they wanted us to raid last
Yeah,
week.
I'm
I
good with that.
recall. Yeah, Zito, do you have anybody?
I got a few friends that are online right now. I kind of want to stick it to someone who was joshing at me about Dungeons and Dragons and to see how that goes.
Okay.
Who's the person?
Who is it?
Lythero.
Oh, Lythero. I know Lythero.
Mm.
I don't know who that is, but I'm down.
Yeah, he's a cool dude from Ireland who does a lot of really cool fighting game content and also shit posts with his friends all the time, and he's a really, really great streamer.
Everybody okay with that? Just make sure everyone's
Yeah,
confirmed.
we're
Does,
great
okay?
does he
Lythero.
main Chip?
Bosco. No one
Just-
means Chip.
No, people
Just-
do actually. He's very top tier. Does he main Chip?
Oh, right. No, he mains Faust.
All right, I like KJ. We can rate him.
All right. Our raid message. How about our raid messages? We're gonna dungeon your dragons.
If you want a second, that Zito sent you, so at least he understands like what the fuck is going on.
Okay, yeah.
That
We're
might
gonna
help.
dungeon your dragons, and Zito sent us.
Yep.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Well, bye.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Zito sent to bully you. Yes, that's good. I like that.
Remember, be kind to each other, guys.
Be kind. Rewind.
Oh fuck.